And we are live. Thank you for joining us for our Friday night D&D spectacular. I am your diabolical dungeon master this evening and every evening here at the League of Raconteur Explorers, Will Tomorrow, and with me are my four friends to help take you through the fantasy multiverse that is the Rod of Seven Realms. You know, maybe one day I'll actually rig up like an echoey sound effect there, but it's good practice to get the to open up the pipes, to open the proceedings. It's been a couple of weeks since we have been live, and we appreciate you sticking around through the break. And we are just going to, dive right back in with tonight's campfire tale, which will be coming from our new gnome artificer, Laszlo. As we pull up the crackling campfire and dive right in.
Well, I don't quite know all you folks too much, so I don't think I'm quite comfortable enough to tell you about my tragic backstory. But I thought I'd let you know a little bit about myself. I grew up in Shag Point, just stone throw from the capital in Lanton, and we were a mercantile family. And, I grew up being taught how to fleece mainlanders of their copper in exchange for little baubles. Copper is used in our science, and just don't know the value of it here in the mainland. It's boggling, crazy. But as you know, I spent some time in Candlekeep doing scribe work. And I had a peer-reviewed paper on cultural differences between Lanton and the Sword Coast. The scribes didn't terribly enjoy how it came off as arrogant, kind of framing you folks as outside Lantan as thick-skulled dullards, but neither here nor there. I found it very interesting that you have two sorts of economies here on the Sword Coast. You've got the turnip economy and the gold economy. And, what I learned is many of the mainland communities, little hamlets and such, they are unable to sustain any sort of barter for frivolities like gold and magic goods. So I'm thinking, for instance, a blacksmith in a little hamlet doesn't trade wares for coin. Instead, he trades them for food. He does this because people around him are farmers, and they don't make enough surplus to hoard valuable metals. So if he took gold for his services when he sold them a pitchfork or longsword, he wouldn't get something he could spend, and he wouldn't be able to eat. So that's what my father called it, the turnip economy. And the gold economy is in the big cities and the areas with trade routes, and they use the gold because this isn't because living so far away from the dirt farmers made hoarding turnips a dangerous trade economy, but because people living in the cities are surrounded by lots of people who provide lots of goods and services, and they're willing and able to trade for substances, generally valued by other trade services and so forth. They trade back and forth, and you can get whatever you want with the gold. Um, but yeah, I thought you might find that a little bit interesting. We don't do things like that where I'm from. Um, and oh, I was going to mention rather, uh, when I wrote this book on the cultural differences, it was also on language. And like, I learned something about you, Rife, that you might find a fun fact. Did you know the tribal language of the Targ people? They're a bunch of barbarians running around Anorak region. They evolved from the Ulu language group, which was actually the cultural language of the Netherese. So your people, I believe, from what I read in Candlekeep, kind of devolved into barbarians. And your language is like real throaty, kind of tongue, generally gravelly. And yeah, I thought you might like that. You people are barbarians now.
No, that's hearsay. I'll tell you one thing, you have some incredible magical powers. I can't sleep anymore, but after listening to you, I felt like I was starting to fall asleep.
That's, I mean, is anybody fully awake after that? I mean, I get the sense that this droned on for like 45 minutes on the economic subtleties of the turnip
I was
trade.
completely out.
He goes on about his language, all the cultural differences between language and trade, and the reasoning behind copper being so valuable. And
I have no idea what Lasso was talking about.
That was it.
He just
I just nod along politely, like,
Well, on the plus side, Taliesin, you can put your bow away. We're just going to send him in there, and he's going to talk to those goblins and hobgoblins, and pretty soon they'll all be asleep. We can just do what we want with them.
It's a sleep
Oration,
spell.
yeah, oration is a skill that very few of us have. So, you know, if that'll work, throwing words at them will work, then let's do it.
It's a
win-win. Either it's going to work on them or it won't. And either way, we want to deal with it again.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. So, with that established, we will briefly recap the events of the last week here. Now, we'll go to the old owl well because we were reported. Now, are we still getting snowy, hissy sounds, or is this one more pleasant? That campfire one is broken better before, and I do not know why. Better. Like every 20 times, the 20th time I do the campfire song, everybody goes, it sounds like snow and hissing, and that's not what we're going for generally. So we'll do the old owl well to describe the scene at the old owl well, where Rife immediately beat to death the red mage Hamankost that was, revivifying the long dead corpses of some of his friends and associates. Alright. Sounds like a bong riff. I don't know, but it's supposed to be bassy jungle pipes. I'm not sure you're familiar enough with the sound of a bong riff there. But yes, it was Serial's kill. You are correct. And they were going to discuss that, likely, when Gnome Laszlo rolled up in a mechanical kangaroo and was like, that book's overdue, mate. Right? Pointing to the now swollen with blood and covered with goblin and whatever bits and excrement. You know, when you beat several creatures to death with a book on a length of chain, you know, discovering that it was going to need a lot of work to become legible again and would never, of course, unlock its true magical potential which upon opening it and getting it transcribed and read would have given you a +2 to all melee attacks instead of just being a +1 flail. But you know, that's the Faustian nature of magic objects sometimes, that we immediately take at face value. At any rate, Laszlo praises us of that as a imp erupts from the corpse of Hamankost, a blood sacrifice of sorts having been performed to summon him into this world, into the service of Sariel, who is as confused as everybody else because, she wasn't like, oh, you know what I need? I need an imp named Figgis with a kind of sassy New York accent to emerge from this dude's corpse that I beat to death, or, well, blasted to death. From the smoldering, chest cavity of the Care Bear stare. That you're now, I mean, your Care Bear stare is getting to be pretty, well, it's pretty prolific, is it not? You know, there's it has been used several times now to melt half of a dude entirely, or blast a hole clear through a dude. It's, I wouldn't want to be hit with that rainbow magic. Suffice to say, it was Pride Month like, whoa. And it summoned a demon for some reason, right? Oh my god, maybe they're right. Whoa. At any rate, he turned out to be pretty helpful, if not a little snarky, in that he had all the familiar trappings, right, of a familiar, right? And she could see through his eyes. You know, he's an imp, so he can sting things and turn invisible and look like a crow or a spider, or, fun stuff, imp stuff. And he certainly had no ulterior motives or connection to anything other than just Sariel, as a standard mechanic of leveling up as a warlock. Everybody gets an imp, right? There's nothing dastardly implied in that, right? All gifts from Dungeon Masters are free now and forever, right? That's what Dungeon Masters are known for, right? Hey, would you like this cool thing? Right? Oh, yeah, it's never, there's never any, again, Faustian, twist to that. But they decided...
I was gonna say, as far as any of the rest of us know, that's what everybody from her plane.
Right. just imps with scorpion tails and bat wings come erupting out of dudes, and they're like, hey, all right, that's fun. They decide that maybe it would be better to not return to Harbin Wester with nothing but insults and forced drugging to present to him, because he is technically the town master for another 2 months, right, until the town election comes up, which means he is the law, right? And, dear viewer, if you go back just a couple of episodes, there was some bitch slapping, there was some shot slinging, there was some cajoling, right? And they said, you know what, he actually needs somebody to take care of these orcs up in this old crag in the mountains here. That's a historical bandit hideout and former Wyvern nest. Well, we'll bang that out for him, so when we get there, he can be like, I don't like you at all, and we can be like, hey, but look, we have this stuff for you, right? So they were in the process of that. They climb up the mountain, met a paladin who they directed to Phandalin as he was rightfully chastising a man for too thoroughly whipping his donkey, right? We can't be having, that. That was a paladin thing to do there, right? He did, by all accounts, present himself as just a bit of a douchebag, but, sometimes paladins, I don't know if you've ever met a paladin IRL, right? But they're kind of douchebags. They just like the way their farts smell, He was definitely in that camp. Alright, then we make our way up the mountain to Werventor, alright, where Figgis flies in, scopes the situation out. He's like, orcs and ogres everywhere. There was the worst stealth attempt ever.
I did really well, thank you.
Oh, no, Teleasen did fantastically in the stealth. If I recall correctly, it was actually Rife shouting, that was like, are we advancing quietly? Or something along those lines that, screwed the pooch there. Not the giant mechanical steampunk kangaroo, right? or the flamboyantly dressed gnome, or the lady shimmering with sunlight and rainbow iridescence. But the dead dude, and to be fair, in all fairness to Rife, that armor does impart a stealth penalty, right? It's not the easiest thing to be silent in, but it still doesn't really necessitate that you shout, are we moving quietly, alerting the orc, right? So they could set up inside, right? Where we find ourselves now, in the battle, inside the mouth of Wyvern, for a grease trap had been laid down by Laszlo that had felled one of the orcs that tried to savagely advance through the bottleneck around the bend of the cave. I will reshare the map because I only see one person's token in the corner, but everybody should have access to it at this point. Those are cave noises. These are fight drum noises because, that's how orcs. Hey, if you're fighting orcs, you gotta have it's gotta get sassy, right? As we will start the initiative up. Oh god, orcs everywhere. Just orcs orking it up, orchidly. Orc number 4 is going to rise from his position where he was kind of crouched in anticipation, his crude axe at the ready, and aggressively proceed. Well, no, actually, he will not aggressively proceed because Figgis is invisible. Yes, he can't see Figgis. He will just proceed. No bonus action aggression. As he's going to laugh at the other orc some because he assumes the other orc just fell down. The floor's a little slick, right? But it's slick in here anyway. I mean, you don't see a restroom. There's kind of a downhill slope. It was slick to begin with, we'll say. Rugor Axebiter, leader of this troop of orcs, is going to come around here and going to need to take his grease check. Give me 1 second here while I pull up Laszlo's grease.
Watch out, friends. There's a named enemy ahead.
Right. He looks more significant than the others. And indeed, he is. I mean, the rest of these guys are Orc 2, Orc 3. One of these days, I'll name every one of the sentient enemies. I've thought about it before, just going through the encounter. Unfortunately, in Fantasy Grounds, then you have to drag each one out as an individual instance because you can't just, proc, human names. It would be a good extension, though. I should contact somebody about that. But yeah, it'd be nicer to just know that one's like Bruce the Orc or whatever, right? At any rate, Brugor is getting greasy with his save. And he succeeds. Uh-oh. Not at all.
The fun thing I like about grease, the prone is a good advantage, but I like that it makes it difficult terrain. That makes it the real pain. Because they're kind of slipping through it a little slowly.
That's true. Now, I wonder, bonus action, full pace, aggressive, that still would be affected by difficult terrain, certainly. I mean, you're still moving through the difficult terrain. But it will, 25, 20, 25, full movement. I'm gonna put him here. Ready to rumble. On the far side of the grease trap now, kind of forming a shield wall in front of his fellows. As Orc 1 is up, Orc 1 is going to go up, and he is going to also proc grease, because it's a greasy floor. Laszlo. Actions, grease save. DC 14 save. Oh, and he is not going to. He prones himself out. Blocka. And will be lying on his back. Slick in both the grease and, as we have established, orc leavings. Yeah. You know
But
how,
somebody's-
like,
they gotta go somewhere.
guano piles up on the floor of caves and it gets that, like, millipede layer, and if a baby bat falls into it, it's immediately consumed and skeletonized by the writhing mass of insects on the floor? Like that, but orc guano. You know what I mean? Anton, Rife Highcross, up in the house.
All right. Well, I'm gonna come around from the corner and see this massive orc in front of me and say, "He looks like a worthy one to die first." And some part of my brain looks at the book and wonders if there's more to it. But no, it's just a freaking book I hit people with. And I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take the book and try to smash him in the face with it.
And he hits a 19, doing well at the 11 plus 8.
I shall
Look.
not the book.
Slams into Brugor Axebiter's face, breaking his already twisted nose, blood gushing out of his nostrils as he howls in pain, incandescent with rage at the indignity of being struck, first off, by a manling, right? But also by a manling. Did this manling just hit me with, like, a thing of toilet paper? I mean, you know, he's not the literate sort. This is not, oh no, he did not. It's like the Sears catalog to him. Sariel is up, back in the mouth of the cave, holding up the rear, as, frankly, the warlock should be, and well learned, I believe, at this point, due to a couple of coinky-dinks.
So I had ended my dark vision, or I had ended my vision with Biggest, and I see that now I'm at the end, hiding behind this boulder, and I creep out from behind the boulder and move a bit closer towards, who is that, Laszlo? So I'll move over to just a little adjacent to left. Why do I find Token not moving?
Oh, because Token Lock is on. Wait, is it? No, Token Lock is not on. You should be able to move your
I
token.
moved.
It keeps drawing this arrow when I click on it. How do I get out
Oh,
of that?
I think there is a pointer on top of you. Let me see if we can... There, try it now.
Yes, okay. So I
Excellent.
creep out from behind the rock and try to get a little bit closer so I can see the fight. Try and help my friends out a bit. And now that I see Rife attacking that orc, I'm gonna add into the battle too. And so I raise my hand and I chant some words quietly. And I cast my agonizing blast, hoping to knock, what was his name? Brugor?
Brugor, Axebiter.
Alright, Brugor.
Can he even spell his own name?
No, probably not. Oh, and misses agonizing blast,
Awful.
splashing
Oh,
rainbow light off the wall. Like Jubilee in the X-Men cartoon, just pointless. Poor Jubilee in the X-Men cartoon. Does anybody remember how bad she was? I mean, Cyclops
She
is
should
like
have been
cutting
great.
walls down, and she's like, I'll make him confused with fireworks, and it never... I have a niece named Jubilee.
She
My
was
brother-
done wrong by that cartoon.
My brother really wanted to name one of his children after an X-Men character, and Jubilee was the only one he could slip past his Japanese wife. Like, you know, so that's, now I have a niece named Jubilee. But at any rate, because it means celebration, honey. You see, ha ha. Orc number 6 is up, back of the pack. Going to come marching forward, and he is gonna have line of sight to try that charge into the grease, which we erased the pointer on, but we all know is there. And grease is what? How many? 1 minute. Okay, forever.
1
It's
minute.
forever.
Yep.
Yeah. 1 minute. Oh, you
Essentially.
mean for all of time? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
In combat, yeah.
We will get the DC 14 dex on him. Oh my god, and a 1 is not gonna do it. As he definitely falls prone. There's just a heap of greasy orcs just writhing in a mass there. It's starting to get vaguely homoerotic in there, you know?
They don't understand why they're turned on.
Right, they just Why are Grognar's nipples so hard? You know? They're used to the thrill of combat, but this thrill was something else altogether. Hey, you guys hit that 18 over button. You know what you signed up for.
What's
No,
green and greasy and smells all over?
Yeah. Tonight's episode. Taliesin. Orc Pile, Brugor.
I am going to take a step to my left. I'm currently looking straight down the hallway. I'm just going to take a step to my left just so I can kind of maybe angle an arrow around Rife there. Try not to hit him. And then I'm going to go after that Brugor axe biter. I don't like his name. I have a sixth sense that I don't like his name.
Right, you can't be, can't be named.
Alrighty. Got a 14 on that, or a 21. Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Shit, I forgot my
Arrow
hunter's
lashing
mark
out.
again, dang it.
Oh.
And have some...
Heavily wounded. Arrow
gonna go ahead
sinking into him. Mid-howl
take
of
my
rage.
bonus action and do the... I'm going to go ahead and take my bonus action, go ahead and do Hunter's Mark at the moment. That way, if he keels over, I can send it on somebody else.
Excellent. I could have sworn there was an allies tab of the party sheet I discovered the other day, but I was clearly delusional or in Savage Worlds. There is no ally tab on the character or party sheets. Because I believe Figgis, if I'm not mistaken, familiars go immediately after their owner every round, yeah? Or is it
Sounds pretty good.
Is it the familiar or is it the mount? God, it's the mount.
That's how
Familiars
my-
have their own initiative
my-
step. The kangaroo goes after. Thank you.
Right after, yeah.
Yeah.
Just clarifying, all kinds of new creatures after the last week, and then we had that 2-week break. Laszlo is up.
Hey. As an action, I am going to ready my light crossbow that does not appear to have any ammunition in it. And when I fire, a bolt of energy coalesces and hurls through the air. And I will do that right away. Ugh.
Oh, and a 3 + 7 for 10 will miss Brugor.
Oh, shooting is non-ammunition, of course. How can you hit with that? You have no ammunition.
I'll hit him with my mind.
I'm going to come back to here, and I'm going to whistle and say, Sergeant Pepper, hop to it. And have him do his action be a run to get up to me.
Excellent. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. He's friendly. There we go. And Sergeant Pepper is on the map. Not actually a copper horse. People playing the game. But in fact, a kangaroo. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get a mechanical kangaroo top-down token? Have to draw the thing custom. Hell. Alright, but Sergeant Pepper is up next to you, and we are on to Orc number 5. Who is like, I'm kind of feeling this Orc pile, probably. As he goes rushing up into the grease, not understanding fully what's happening, just knowing that he's there for it, you know? Like, it's awakened strange feelings in Orc number 5. Are unfamiliar, but not unwelcome, as he succeeds, passing the greasy check. And on to Anton. Yeah, there he is, next to Brugor. He's feeling especially nimble as he swings his great axe. Oh, striking! Anton is 17 + 5 for 22. Every bit of it rusted, except for the keening blade that's been well hewn over hours of sitting in the cave, wishing for things to cut and eat. 1d12 + 3 slashing. I was gonna say, great axe, that's the javelin, isn't it? For 8 points of damage, lightly wounding Anton Rife High Cross. Figgis, the imp, is up, and invisible.
I can't see him.
Can you not click his token?
He's around. He's around the
don't-
corner. You might not have line of sight on him.
Yeah.
How do I? Oh, is it maybe because he's literally invisible? Include in party vision. Can you see him now?
I mean, I can see him, but I have line of sight for my character.
Yeah,
I don't
I
have
have
line of sight from my character.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't know how they're expecting you to do familiars. Well, there you go. Ta-da! Can you click on his token now?
I cannot.
He's back here.
I see him now, but I can't click on him.
You can't click on his token to get line of sight from him? Here, let me...
I already see
Visibility.
him.
Remove
I
from
just
party
can't control
vision.
him.
Right, I'm not sure you're...
It's alright. I'll just I wasn't gonna have biggest attack or anything. I was just gonna have him.
Can you
out,
see
I
through
guess.
his eyes still?
I
If
think
you click
so.
on
Yeah.
his token? Okay.
Yeah. Biggest, just stay there and stay out of the way.
Orc number 3 is up. Going to advance himself into the orc pile, potentially. As he... Oh, turn off my pointer so that I drop the grease saving throw upon him. Holy hell, nat 20. As he is also... I mean, they're just going to squeeze right through here. He's...
Dang.
Bonus action to get aggressive
Whoop.
if he wants be aggressive.
He got super close.
Alright, yeah. They're all up in his business. Is that great axe for +5 gonna come slashing out at Anton again? Already slightly wounded. +5 will make it a 19. Hitting him again. Axe biting into his ribs.
Rafe, get out of there!
Oh, heavily wounded. 14 points of damage for the near maximum. Chunking a big bit of him. Hooking a little bit of his dried intestines with it as it pulls away. Just not legit. Next up is not in fact Sergeant Pepper, but Gog, who is also going to attempt to pass his dexterity throw. Now, those of you that can see Gog might note that Gog is a giant ogre and not in fact one of the orcs in here. Hey, there's only one of them. That's good. Is that a whole tree he's holding? Pretty much.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, they got an ogre. But he's not
Sorry.
especially dexterous, right? So, I mean, what are the chances of him nat 20ing this
Does
grease
Figgis get attacks of
dexterity throw?
opportunity?
Huh?
Does Figgis get attacks of opportunity?
You know,
He's
I
invisible.
believe he would if he decided to utilize it. But Gog fails his grease saving throw. And also becomes prone, just adding to the pile now. Just, yeah, the whole
he didn't
cave
kill
kind of
anybody?
rumbles as he slips and falls.
Take
No,
anybody out in that? You get some fall damage on the orcs.
no, but one of the orcs under him has discovered a new love of being pressed. You know, he didn't realize this was into it. He likes the restriction. He's,
Nice. Best gravity blanket.
right. All getting their freak on in there. Oh my god, where is orc number 2? Orc number 2 is back here. He is prone. He is going to roll to attempt to get his ass up. I believe. Wait. Why is that button not working? Succeed, yeah, alright. Yeah, full prone. Alright, dexterity saving throw, full prone. End of its turn must also succeed, yeah, full prone. Yeah, alright, yeah. So I gotta just do the DC, okay. It's weird that there's another button there. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, no, he's not gonna make it. Slip, slide, prone, slippity, slidity. He's gonna start crawling here. It's gonna get real sad. Next round. Sariel is up first.
All right. I am a little hesitant. There's a lot of orcs coming my way.
Yeah, that whole tunnel's just a mess of them.
All right.
But you know, Rife is holding them off. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
that's all good.
Yeah, that's right,
They're
guys.
gonna be able to. They're gonna have to roll for hazardous terrain on his pool of blood that's streaming. Oh, he doesn't have blood. Icker.
Yeah, I
coming
knew
out.
it'd be a new grease trap.
Yeah.
All right. Right, why do you always seem to get yourself in danger like this?
It's his job. I mean,
I guess so.
it's party
Thanks,
mechanics.
Ariel. He's the tank.
I'm gonna use 2 d6s of my healing light
Mm-hmm.
on Rife. So, I'd like to close my eyes, and I'd like to. Oh, do I add another 2 clicks, right?
You can hold it with one. Oh, well, you healed yourself. Oh.
I meant to.
Yeah. You go to the
Yeah.
action. There's the plus sign, and then you would grab it, and then while you're holding the heal. Oh no, you can't actually
Two
right
clicks.
click. Yeah, you'd have to do it twice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So 3 and 3 for 6.
Here we go.
Nice.
Oh.
I'd like to chant, and I'd like to close my eyes, and I'd like to channel my celestial energy, and I heal Rife. 4. Is that a total of 9? 2d6.
Yeah, 9.
Right. That was my bonus action. And then I would like to raise my hand again. I'd like to aim for this orc to the left of Rife that is
Orc.
edging his way over, or not the orc. Is it an orc? Yeah, it is.
Orc 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, orc 3 that's making his way over to Taliesin, it looks like.
Yeah.
And I would like to aim for his right hand that's holding that axe.
Oh, you want
As
to
I
call it?
cast.
Are you trying to
No, I was
hit
just.
the thing
I'm
specifically?
just. Yeah, I'm aiming my agonizing blast. I'm like raising my left hand up, and I'm concentrating. I'm like, I want to blast that arm off. Let's see if I can get it. Look, why did I accidentally?
Oof. That's an automatic miss. And a spiritual weapon appears out of nowhere and is going to bop you on the head for 1d4. As you will agonizing. Boop. The universe just, literal cartoon mallet.
That was 0
For-
for 2 for the agonizing blast.
3 points of damage. Yeah, it has not been your night on the agonizing blast. Excellent. And would you like to move or anything in addition, or
Yep.
you?
Yep, I'm getting nervous with these orc heading out into this bigger cavern, so I'm gonna head back to this little rock that I was kind of hiding behind, just to the side of it.
Right. Pulling back behind Laszlo and Sergeant Pepper.
Sergeant Pepper.
Excellent. Orc number 4. He's like, I'm just here for it at this point. I don't know what my battle brethren are doing, but if they want to grease up and lie down together, Orc 4 is here for it. He was so close. He was so close to making it through, but ultimately joins the heap. Just a whole mess of orc. Next up is Laszlo Fannywagon.
Hooray. I'm going to proceed up again to, it seems from my appearance that the biggest orc is the one that people have been really working on. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give it another go.
Mm-hmm. Giving it another go with
A 5 to 12 this time.
a 5 from your light crossbow.
Yes.
And a 5 for plus 7, 12 will miss.
Yeah.
Orc 5. Bolt cracking off the wall.
Get some ammunition! Damn it!
I'll explain it later.
You can't kill them with your imagination.
I'm going to go to here, and then I'm going to have, again, Sergeant Pepper move up next to me,
Yeah, alright.
right below me. Thank you.
Brugor Axe Biter is up. And he is going to, of course, swing his great axe at Anton. Rive High Cross. And in his own wounded state, barely able to heft the blade, kind of deflected easily.
Yeah.
Teleasen is up.
All right, let's see here. So I'm going to take another step, and I'm going to kind of back up against this wall, just because there's some chaps coming up around Rife that put a little more distance between me and them. So I'm going to move right here, and then I'm going to let fly some arrows out of Bloodwind's reach. Let's see, I'm going to go after whichever orc is just here in the hallway next to Rife's left arm.
Number 3.
Orc 3.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, can you guys not see the numbers on them?
I can see
It's
him.
just I don't have my
Really
glasses
zoomed
on,
in.
and I was zoomed out a little bit, so sorry about
Just
that.
making sure. No, I just wanted to make sure the UI was working. That will hit. 9 plus 7 for a 16.
Alrighty, let's see what we can do. Huh?
And
Only 6.
3 plus 3 for 6. Still moderately wounded. Arrow sticking out of his shoulder. You definitely have his attention.
Yeah, Rife, teach him to read or get out of there.
Give that damn gnome some of your ammunition so he can shoot something.
It's called magic, dummy.
Yes, magic nothings. I have some beans for you.
No?
All right, so first thing Rife is gonna do, he's gonna second wind himself to, so he just like, digs down deep, and basically all of the injuries, he just like, I'm tougher than wounds, and he just shrugs, and like basically the axe marks appear to have not done anything to him anymore.
I ain't got time to bleed. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't got time to bleed, kind of thing. Then he looks at Brugar and he says, "You die now," and he takes his book and he swings it around his head and just kind of brings it right down on top of his head.
Be
Nice.
careful with that.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
It's a good book, Laszlo.
Bam.
Fine.
Just crushes his skull and just like bam, and the brains just start leaking out. And now the book is like got some nice orc brains, like, you know, interspersed
Yeah.
with the goblin blood.
Into cranial pressure. He goes bug-eyed. Alright, yeah. Well, cerebral spinal fluid comes out the ears and nose. He collapses in a deceased heap. Brugor no more. Hugror, you know? Excellent. You still stand? You gonna stand there?
Oh yeah, I'm you know, now that I've completely like shown them they can't injure me, I'm just gonna stand here in defiance of their
Right.
giant axes.
Go ahead and give me the attack opportunity on orc number 3, who's going to use his bonus action to try and aggressively move towards Teleasen for shooting him.
Oh, not cool.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That plus 8's gonna do her.
Okay.
Nice.
And okay, I'm going to do my damage, but I'm also going to expend a superiority die to trip him, or try to. So
Excellent.
that's an extra. I don't know how to do the extra damage on him. It's extra 5 damage.
The extra 5 damage will do it, as he had 1 hit point remaining after the base damage.
Oh, so I do trip him.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Rife.
Yeah, you do trip him with your sword through his heart. You know, that's a trip, fall over dead. You know, 6 1 half dozen another.
Yeah.
Spent the maneuver at any rate.
I did.
Orc number 5 is well, you know, he's not. You know, he can't just be. I mean, first off, how dare you? All right, so jot that down. Secondly, how dare you? So jot that down again. Let's see here. Do we? No, we're not gonna. I'm gonna get fucky with it. Up all night, get down. No, we're not. All right. He's just gonna hit you with his great axe. Well, he's going to attempt to hit you with his great axe. Plus 5. Oh, with the 20 though, critical hit.
Oh.
Oh, wait, my God. So,
What?
Rife,
What is up with that?
So it's a D200, and it's a D200. All right, guys. Every time somebody crits or fails, there's a D200 critical success and a D200 critical failure table. Now, I might not have read every single entry, right? So I am literally just as shocked as you are that the critical hit effect not only is going to do crit damage to Rife, but also make him horny. And that the effect is that he then humps the leg of the nearest creature for 1 full round, and extra movement is granted to accomplish this, should we need it. Fortunately, his adversary is right in his face. So, I mean, it's just reminding you're horny for violence.
What the hell are you doing? Get off the poor bastard. Kill him.
Don't look away.
better
Turn
than
away. Turn away.
It's been too long.
It's been so long since I felt this.
No, but your tank not being able to do anything for 1 full round, guys, that might leave you boned.
Oh.
Oh.
Copyright strike. Watch out.
You get 8 seconds. You get 8 seconds fair
Okay, there
use.
you go.
Yeah, but all right. So, sorry, Rife, you're maybe like you got hit so hard by this blow that you fell to your knees, and to an observer in the dim light of the cave, it just seemed like, you know, in your agony that you were actually dry humping his leg and not in fact.
Yeah.
I mean, the dice say horny is all I'm saying. So, I mean, there's something's got to give, and
Get
well.
off the guy's leg. It's covered in grease.
Oh no! Oh god, it's crit dice on a D12 though. Fuck.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh. Hey, that's not bad. Wait, did that?
Would have been a.
No, that was the orc attacking, not the.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the damage. I mean.
Yeah, you didn't roll damage.
Whoops. Yeah, that's because I'm smart. All right, here we go. Now I'm looking away. I really.
Oh.
Wow.
God.
Holy mother of Christ! 7 plus 12.
Wow.
You're not that strong. For Brugor!
He does not consent, Rife. Get off of him.
Yeah, bro, it's a no-go. Man, yeah, no, heavily wounding Anton. As Gog is up. Well, potentially not up, because, you know, he's going to need a dex save to get unproned, and that is not going to unprone by any stretch of the imagination. So, my question is now, does one have to stand to move? I feel like you do, because if you're prone in D&D, that's a mechanical state in which
You can crawl at half movement.
you can crawl at half, because it seems like crawling out of this at this point, some of these guys are going to be like, all right, just be really careful here through the goo to get to the other side to stand then, right?
But
like,
they're still getting that's still the hazardous.
Yeah, it's difficult terrain.
Right,
so
well,
that's a
half movement
quarter
for
movement.
sure.
It's a quarter.
So it'd be a quarter.
Oh, you're right. No, it is.
They
It's
go
half.
part
That's
one
right.
Square or something.
It's
maybe.
wicked difficult terrain.
Yeah, they don't know how to deal with this stuff.
All right. Well, I mean, the orc or the ogre is quite the bad. He's Gog is his name, by the way. Gog, the named ogre. So, let's see here. We have perfect. Wow, speed 40. I thought he would be slower than the orcs. He is not. So
That's his long stride.
It's 10 feet there. He's uh-oh. If he does that again, he's gonna be able to stand up, guys. Figgis is up in the background.
Figgis is just gonna hang out.
He's gonna hang out the line of sightage. Orc number 2 is up, and well, he is also. Now, I need to know, is it an action or a bonus action to attempt? Dexterity saving throw. Enters in the turn, must succeed on a dex saving throw or fall prone. Why does this spell not extrapolate further than that? It literally just says what it does to fall prone. It doesn't say anything about what they have to do to get back up, like in the actual literal text.
Oh, well, it's half movement to stand up. That's...
Oh, it's been half movement to stand up the whole time? And, well, then they'd have to do the thing again to move through the grease, so they'd have to crawl in. I get it. All right. That tracks. Orc number 2 is then going to move very slowly. 30 feet. Oh, my God. He's like, we're coming for ya. How embarrassing would this be? Right, you're a pretty elite orc raiding group that has managed to convince a fucking ogre to join you, has a named commander that actually has, like, D&D write-up a little bit, right? Like, from a tribe that has write-up, right? And then you guys just come up here, you're like, the floor's wicked slick, eh? And then they stumble over themselves until they die. It's a rough day to be an orc raider, you know?
Yeah, it's like Monty
The
Python
gnome
here.
just, whoop! But, it's literally, yeah, it's... Orc number 1 also... Oh, God, we're gonna just move Gog here for a second. It's just an orc pile. Orc number 6. They're loving it, though. They've never been so excited to be greasy. Oh, here we go. New round. Orc number 2. Uh-oh. Stands. Facing Rife. There's a whole new mess of them now. Rife is still, humping a guy's leg. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can Rife even... Oh, my God, he can't. He's so busy humping the orc's leg that he doesn't get free. So he's gonna aggressive bonus act. Try and push past this shield wall to clear up this stuff. He gets his full movement to Teleasin. Oh, well, your tanker's just like, I'm here for it! You almost released me, and I'm going to give you release!
I think all the orcs need to roll for, a saving throw against horny.
Right.
Yeah,
No, it made everybody horny.
Drawn into
They're
this.
all on the ground, greased up.
Well, now for the observer, like, these orcs get all greasy and shit, and then Rife's like, I just can't do it anymore. Starts taking off his chainmail, getting into it, you know, like... We're learning new facts about Rife. We know things about Rife and greased up orcs and brooms so far, is all I'm saying.
This might be worse than the broom, I think. This might be worse than the broom.
I glanced through this list, right, of critical failures and critical, because I didn't want it to be, like, egregious, you know, like, they take their tits out, or, you know, they can be weird shit in some of these sometimes, right? Like, and I missed horny, right? So, I'm not saying horny would have made me exclude it, because it's pretty fucking hilarious still, but I did not anticipate horny. I'm gonna have to go over the list just one more time, just to make sure.
Carefully.
Just to make sure that horny's about as horny as it gets, you know? But dry hump, it's air humping. It did specify it was clothes on, right? So, I mean, it's PG-13. Kids dry hump, right? Or the...
Dogs.
Oh, God, I've learned this thing where the Mormons, in the school, they just insert the genitals and then they don't move, and it's called, like... wicking or something. No, then they get a friend. They recruit a friend to jump up and down,
Soaking?
so that they don't have
soaking?
to. Soaking. That's the term for it. Oh, it was. TikTok is. The kids aren't all right.
They're all
Yeah.
Kids and
They're
their
not.
Tide Pods and their...
Just bang, for the love of God. Just bang, you kids in your Tide Pods and your Game Boy Colors and your soaking. At any rate, Rife's doing a bit of soaking here. It's, maybe not full penetration, right? But not like, it's casual. Just bang. Orc number 2, however, done being greased up. Oh, yeah, and I should probably remove grease prone off him, shouldn't I? Just to generally make it so the math works when you go to hit him back. And he is going to swing that great axe. Ooh, +5. Oh, but for 3 plus 5 for 8, Taliesin. Shorter than his normal fare, perhaps. Maybe this handle was still a little bit greased, right? The axe slid a little out of his grip.
Yeah.
Shaving a haircut, he just takes off one of my mutton chops.
Oh, yeah. No, you know, because they have those overcompensatory, like, axe heads that are just a little too heavy for them to wield effectively anyway, because it's badass, right? And then you grease that thing up.
Unwieldy.
Rule of cool does not work in warfare. Orc number 6 is gonna do his thing, gonna pull himself up there. Ungrease himself. Wait, that's... Yeah, ungrease himself. And he's just gonna try for Rife. He's, you know. Rife looks pretty man, just what he needed. 18 to hit. Your AC doesn't mean a goddamn thing tonight, man.
They are not respecting my armor.
They are not respecting your armor.
They are not respecting the armor.
Yeah, no, and like, I mean, plus 5 is formidable, right? They're good warriors, but like, they have been rolling just a 13 plus all night long on you, man. Has a single one whiffed on you yet? I think every one is eating a little.
There's been like 1 or 2.
At any rate, yeah, 1d12, not enough. 1d12 plus
Not
3
enough.
slashing. Oh man, for 11, critically wounding Rife.
Oh my god.
They're not going to be on the bottom half of that damage dice tonight either, apparently. They're here for it.
Jeez.
Man.
And I go up.
Oof. That's big oof energy. You probably shouldn't have taught me about that. They can just crawl through it and stand up mechanic. You should have just lied to my dumb DM ass. You've been oh no, man, it's a deck save every minute. They gotta, if they want to breathe, they've got to get a deck save because the grease is in their lungs and they're drowning on it. It's,
And their axe slips out of their hands and goes sliding down the hallway.
Yeah, if I was a kinder DM, I would have given you all inspiration for honesty, but most of y'all are sitting on 3 right now anyway, so, you know, that's fine. That's fine. As Orc number 5, I mean, he was on the other side of it anyway. I mean, he's just gonna hit you with his great axe more than likely, because that's the math. Oh my god, did he really roll just a 13? Did he really roll just exactly what he needed to taunt you?
He did.
Wow.
It's because he's humping his leg. It's like he
It's the leg hump, for sure. It is the leg hump. Yeah, no. What is this?
Get off me!
Rife is paying for these final sexual urges. For the first time in a century, his his junk gets a little swelling, and it went straight to his head. Apparently,
Hey, on the bright side, when my turn comes, I won't be humping his leg, right?
That's true.
That's right, yeah.
You have factually stopped hunting his leg due to be rendered unconscious and in a death saving throw state. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but as it stands right now, your best tank is a gnome and his clockwork kangaroo. And there is still Gog, who is very much so not in the position he is actually in, which is probably, it's like right there. So like, we can just move Gog back right now because he's going to be in the acceptable spot. The whole situation might be going,
And nobody can see Rife except for me.
That's true. Fortunately,
he's
free
down.
communication is good.
Where's that bloody impat?
We gotta get out of
Laszlo's
here.
up.
Should we retreat?
Not
Leave
until
Rife
I can get out of here.
Okay. How much the movement would it take to hop on my kangaroo? I got an idea, but I need to know movement-wise.
Well, how much would it take to hop in your kangaroo? I mean, 5 feet, probably, right? That makes sense.
Okay,
To
I was
me.
trying to think if I had enough. So I think my movement's 25, so I have enough to get up to Rife and heal him, but not enough to get back to my kangaroo for its turn. So, screw it. I need to get over to him.
You already had deafness nature on you, BT Dubs.
Okay. I was just. I
10.
didn't know if it like.
It's permanently on you.
So I am going to do a Cure Wounds on Rife.
Yep.
Wow, for
Oh my
minimum.
Christ.
Oh.
I mean, it technically, you know, I mean, 1 + 4 for 5. That is a, he is now just critically wounded.
I mean, it restarts his death saving throws if he goes unconscious again. So I mean,
Right.
we at least get another. He gets another hit.
Right? Yeah.
Well, and he's
stable.
so. Oh, you
Yeah.
guys, never. I'm not telling you where you guys are on the combat tracker. Haha! That's right. I forgot. Haha! But there is a chance that he might get to move again before any orcs come up. But, you know, but he has to survive what, 2 free strikes if that happens. So
So
But
I'll
they're
get
not
back-
auto crits, though.
they are not. Well, who knows tonight? Shit.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action to have Sergeant Peppa
Yeah.
come up to the top side of me, above me, and hold its action to kick something if it gets too close.
Yep.
Cool.
Excellent. Teleus and orc all up in your grill.
Need to do a tactical retreat.
All right. Well, I'm going to, with this orc number 2 bearing down on me, I'm gonna, I don't know if it takes a bonus action or my movement to hang my bow across my shoulders, and I'm gonna flip out my dagger in one hand and my throwing hammer in my other hand. Is there a multi-action penalty kind of thing in D&D? Wasn't there
no.
something that was gonna let me?
So-
I could attack with both hands,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
2 hits.
You can definitely do that. There is a offhand penalty.
You don't get
Okay,
your
is it just
ability
disadvantage?
mod. No, you don't get your ability modifier to the damage.
So,
Okay.
like, if you go to your character sheet, you see the little hands there. If you click the 1, it's in your primary hand. You click 2, it's being wielded in 2 hands. And if it says O, it's an offhand. And that'll give you the proficiency bonus or whatever, depending on the state it's in.
Okay, cool. I will attack first with Bloodletter, which is my dagger, and I'm just gonna like spin it in my hand and try to drive it into his chest of this orc in front of me.
May I give him a little stabby?
We're gonna do our best. And it probably not gonna do it. Nope.
No.
He
no,
is.
8 will not do it.
Skips off his armor or something, and or
can
his
we-
hardened hide.
Can we use our inspiration retroactively, or do we have to declare it before we attack?
Oh, you can definitely use it to reroll if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Reroll
You
or
can
just
use it-
add 6 to it.
Well, you can do either in
Or-
my games. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can add 6
you know-
before, or you can re-roll retroactively.
I'm gonna, if I can, I would like to use my inspiration to go ahead and reroll, because I don't think
Yeah.
even if I maxed out at 6, if I would hit that guy.
No. Well, yeah, but no. It's better
Yeah, I'll
to
go
reroll
ahead.
probably.
I'm gonna try
a
it
3
again.
on a
Let's-
d20, you know, it's better
Yeah.
to reroll.
I rewind, I flip my dagger again, and I give it the old college try.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
19 will definitely
go,
do it. Plus
24.
5 for a 24. Mm-hmm.
Nice, okay. And then drop this on him. For 6
Moderately
damage.
wounding him. 3 plus 3 for 6. Knife slips between his ribs. It
So
comes
with-
away. Bubbles of fresh red blood, punctured lung style.
Nice. I'm gonna keep a hold of that the dagger's hilt, and then I'm just gonna swing with my offhand and swing that axe into somewhere in his abdomen as well.
I was hoping you were gonna hammer the dagger in more. You know, it's like,
That
you
would have
know.
been cool too.
Yeah. Oh, I mean.
I didn't. Let me drag that
that's
on
fine.
him.
14 will hit.
Fantastic. And then
Gurgle howl. And he is
2
now
more.
heavily wounded for another 2 points of damage. Is your hammer just a D4?
Should be a D.
I
Oh,
don't get
offhand.
my offhand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have done it the opposite way, but actually I think I get better. It's the same. It's the same.
Yeah,
as
no,
mine.
it was the offhand penalty. Yeah, 1d4
Oh, it's-
bludgeoning.
I just thought the hammer itself was a D6, not the.
It's like
light.
It's like a light hammer.
Yeah, it's a light
Oh,
hammer.
gotcha.
Light throwing
gotcha.
hammer, generally.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, it's not a war hammer.
Yeah, not at all.
Anton, you are up. But only just 2 orcs right in your grill, both free striking should you retreat.
Oh, I'm still okay. So I thought I was gonna be unconscious. I was expecting to be unconscious. All right.
No, you got 5. You got
No,
5
yeah.
hit points. You're up.
No, here.
Right. Okay. No, I mean I thought they'd hit me again. Okay, so, well, I guess our orc 5 and 6, they're both, I guess, the same, like health-wise, right?
Yeah.
But if you get rid of
Both
5, I
healthy.
can move my hunter's mark.
Okay. All right then. I will. I'll
Sorry,
go
that's
for 5.
metagaming. I shouldn't have said that.
Well, you can call out.
No,
like,
that's
you know.
fine. Yeah, I'll move my hunter's mark if you kill number 5. That works for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do
Kill
need
your
to be
boyfriend so I
naming
can get
these
me
guys.
hunter's mark back.
All right. So, and actually, and I really do want to, bury the shame of what I've done to this orc. So I really do want to get rid of him quickly. So I'm
Right.
gonna bring my book around towards his soiled legs and try to
Oh no, never to completion.
No,
No.
no.
No, it's soiled from all the grease and the
Oh,
blood.
okay.
Come on,
No,
guys, come on.
What now? I'm just now
I
for
don't
the
even
viewers
wanna
playing the
think about
home
it.
game. I'm
The
just
description is the mental image is too terrible.
just
All right, I am going to use another one of my
like a cloud of spores. I just
trips to try to trip him, but more importantly, to try to do another D8 of damage to hopefully
yeah.
kill him too.
Oh,
Natural
one will
one.
not do it.
All right.
Close, believe it or not, but will not do it. But you have knocked him prone again, which is one less
Alright.
free attack, right? I mean, you got that.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is there? Ooh, I can drag it from the combat tracker. That's hot. I like that. Excellent. Are you gonna move? You gonna try and take the one free strike to back it up, or Gog still is going this round?
No, if I move, they'll get to attack me, right?
Just orc number 6 at this point, because you knocked orc number 5 down.
Oh, I think he'd attack at disadvantage, but
They can get an opportunity attack when they're prone.
as far as I know, it would just be disadvantage.
I didn't think so, but
I
I mean, I
didn't
could
think
be
so
wrong.
either.
anything.
But
We gotta look that up, because I literally thought prone was you have to stand up. Like,
well, you can attack from. No, you just have disadvantage. I'm pretty sure. When you're prone.
that's good to know.
It's
Shit.
swing an arm at their leg.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it says just at disadvantage.
Maybe, but there we go. Shit. I mean, I definitely. If there's anybody here, I'm gonna be like, Robert, what's the rule? You know, it'd be Robert, right? You see, I even said his name when asking the hypothetical. Like, oh boy, first edition dungeon master here. No, great. Okay, yeah, but I mean, yeah, it would be one at disadvantage and then one at. Of course, they're both gonna roll 18 perfectly. Then instead
Yeah,
of both
so
of your legs,
I'll
you're
just-
gonna be like the
I'll
Black
just-
Knight and Monty Python.
I'll just hang out. See, just keep him here a little longer.
All right.
I'm out of here.
Jesus. Really? Okay. Orc number 4. Gonna get his slip and slide crawl on. Gog is up. Gog has the movement. Gog is no longer prone. Gog is going to swing his tree at Rife because it's a whole tree. Would be disadvantage if I was a more benevolent DM, just because of the narrow confines. Swinging a tree in this corridor, right? Oh, if only we were in like 3.5 when it was like, great sword in here. It's a 5 foot, Unfortunately, he's just gonna swing that whole tree at a +6. Oh! And only roll a 2 for 8. Yeah,
Nice.
tree smashes into the wall, snapping roots off. Little bits of rock crumble down. Gog's like, too bad about multi-attack. No, kidding. Figgis is up. Figgis
All right.
gonna hang out? What's he doing? He's stinging?
No. Biggest is gonna come over and help Taliesin out.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
40-foot fly. So he can make it. Oh my god, he can. Literally.
Yes.
Bam.
There's that imp.
All right. I don't know how to roll attack for Biggest. So.
Oh, I got you. Stinging.
Okay. Yep, he's gonna sting him. How about Taliesin, Biggest?
Appears out of nowhere. A little
Jeez.
scorpion stinger just thwap hits the orc in the neck. Still howling from the couple of blows before. Is now like, what the fuck is this? Right? Like, as 1d4 plus 3 piercing,
You missed my tail, did you?
critically wounding him. And let's see if he constitution saves against the quite formidable imp poison. 3d6 poison if he fails, by the way.
Ooh.
It is, oh shit.
Yes.
Look at that. Fails his constitution saving. Constitution 11, so it's not, it's a real easy constitution saving throw generally. But 3d6 poison. As the veins blacken in his neck and his skin puckers and corrodes and his howl turns into a gurgle, the skin starts to separate. He falls to the ground, kind of writhing. His neck bloats up. And Figgis is like, Figgis!
Biggest, I should have used you earlier. I didn't know you were
Yeah.
so strong.
Yeah, if they fail that con save, that sting is not, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
At least now, in 3 levels, it's, grab Figgis and pop him like a bug. Right now, however, Figgis is, he's formidable. And he's still easily the best familiar in all of D&D.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not even, there's no question shit. This Orc 2 is bloated and dead. And Figgis is now visible.
Oh, there you are, buddy.
He is less than pleased, to be subjected to all of this, but that's fine. Orc number 1. Also, I mean, they're on the other side of it now. They're coming through. It's an all-you-can-eat rife buffet. The game's like, let's make him roll another character tonight, boys. Oh, and a 17 plus
Oh my
5 for
God.
a 22.
What the fuck?
Man, it's the great
Dang.
axes every time, too. It's the 1d12s that are doing it, it's...
Big boys.
Might roll 1.
No, he rolls a 12. Jesus fuck.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
12 plus
Alright.
3 for 15, procking right back into unconsciousness. It's a good thing he's deathless, right? Advantage on those death saving throws are coming in handy tonight, certainly.
He's like a weeble. They wobble, but they don't
They
fall
don't
down.
fall
He
down.
just comes
Right,
back up.
Yeah.
Right. No, he's fallen down a couple of times at this point.
This is true. This is true.
Sariel had the right idea when she was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah, monsters
right, are you
pouring
down?
around.
Sariel, she's against her better judgment. She steps forward, slowly and inching forward.
We do have a greater healing potion in chat for whoever can get it to Rife first.
Who redeemed that?
Oh, thank you,
Rusty.
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 And I would like to use my bonus action for another 2d6 healing light
And
on Rife.
Chaos just gave us another one.
Excellent. Healing potions coming to Rife from the audience. Healing energy
Nice.
coming from Sariel.
Channeling my
3 points. He is
energy.
technically conscious again. Like, why at this point?
And the orcs are like, what the hell?
And then, as my regular action, I
Oh, and a
raise my
magic
left hand in
eyeball.
front of me. I grip my finger a little
Uh-oh.
tighter in my
Wait,
hand.
who's
Sorry, I was healing magic.
Rusty.
Does something
on
crazy.
Yeah.
Sariel?
Oh, no.
Wow, magic surge. Let's see here. Holy fuck.
Oh
You
no!
and all creatures within 30 feet of you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the rest of the fight. Fortunately, I am nigh certain that we are dealing with bludgeoning and slashing. But you know who has piercing? Our archers, yeah.
Alright. I raise my left hand while I grip my right hand, my spear a little tighter, and I concentrate really hard. And I wiggle my fingertips. I say, bask in my prismatic light, you ugly orc. And I cast my sacred flame on orc number 5. Is that the one? That was the one to the left of right?
Yeah.
No, that's
Where
orc
the-
number 1 to the left. Orc 5
yeah,
is the one in
to the
front of
left.
him.
Yeah, straight in
One to the
front.
left.
Right, yeah, that's right, yeah. I know my right from my left.
The foremost orc is orc number 1.
Got it. I see it now a little closer.
But
And
they are
so-
within 30 feet of you, so they are indeed.
Yeah, the whole group in front there is within 30 feet, so
Okay.
everybody has
And,
vulnerability to piercing.
So the ground in front of orc number 5 lights up, and a beam of prismatic light shoots up off the ground and envelops him, and
He
did
saved.
he make it?
No, he
No, he
saved.
failed.
Oh, he failed. I'm
He
sorry.
failed,
He
yeah.
failed. He failed.
He failed.
All right, cool. And so it hits him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sweet.
Excellent. Heavily wounding orc number 1 for 8 damage from the sacred flame. Sorry, I'm trying to get these piercing states on here so it does auto math for everybody.
Nice.
What? Did Gumbus cast another magic highball?
It sure looks like it. Yeah, give me one
God.
second here. I'm still applying the last effects!
Wait, who's that for, Gumbus?
Yeah, he's asking if he needs to designate it.
Yeah, you need to focus it on anybody in the combat you like, friend or foe.
Oh,
Laszlo.
Laszlo. Interesting.
Alright, everybody's vulnerable to piercing. Another wild magic surge. Focused on Laszlo coming out here. 4-3. For the next minute, you can see any invisible creature if you have line of sight to it. That's poof. Your vision, you get skeletal. You can see everybody's poop.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's the part of X-ray vision nobody talks about. All the poop, right? There's just... Superman's got to be real selective, right? He's like, yeah, skin. Oh, too far, poop. You know?
see the 3 grim figures that were invisible in the corner staring at us.
Right. This actually allows you to see that the big bad's been here the whole time, directing these terrible dice rolls against Rife.
Oh,
Excellent. Round 7 of our combat has come up, starting with Figgis.
Figgis is going to... I think he sees all these orcs coming now, and he did his one good deed, and he's gonna pop invisible.
Yeah, now,
which they can see. Which they can see.
yeah, well, no, it's just Laszlo that can see.
I could see
right?
him.
Oh, just
Yeah.
Laszlo.
Yeah,
oh,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Please stop
but
there, I'll tell everyone where you're at.
it should be said that everybody has vulnerability to piercing now. And Figgis' sting is piercing. So, up to you. But do you want to, he's going out?
Yeah, everyone's invulnerable, right? To
No, vulnerable.
piercing anyway.
Vulnerable. They take
Oh, everyone is
vulnerable. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
He
it was
does
the
more
opposite.
damage.
Right,
Okay,
more
yeah.
damage,
All
not
right.
less, yeah.
I thought it was less damage. All right, well, Figgis will go ahead and go and sting orc number 5.
Orc
One that I
number
casted.
5,
Orc
excellent. Yeah, the Orc 5 is back here. Orc 1 would be right here. I think,
Orc
I mean,
1, the one right there that's like
as a
closest.
flyer, I mean, it's 15 feet. You could fly above them, I think, and not proc the attack opportunity. But having him, oh, whoops,
Here, he'll be
engaged
the one
in the front
closest to
line.
him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the one.
All right, Figgis is lashing out his little scorpion stinger. and orc number 1, who's alongside Rife, kind of forming our front line of the combat here in the choke point of the cavern. +5 to Sting coming out. And that'll do it at 14 +5 advantage from the piercing. 1d4 +3 piercing damage.
He's gonna trip him.
And again, the stinger slashes out. It pecks this one right in his forehead. He drops his axe and starts scrabbling at his face as the blisters form and rupture. It's not long before there's skull, and he's just lying on the ground, foaming out of his mouth, and Figgis is all, Figgis! Right, let me kill orc number 1 here on the old, yeah, he's more than unconscious, and he's dead. All right, Rife is up.
All right, Rife looks over at orc number 5, Cinco Muerte, and he brings his book up. Yeah, this is the same orc that's been the cause of his shame. He's got mixed feelings about this because he's stirred something in him he thought long gone, but in the end he's just gonna, you know, shove that feeling down.
Gotta
and just
take a little time. 18 will do it. A little time to think things over.
I don't know why
it's like slow-mo. A little tear wells up from your long, dried tear duct as you swing in slow-mo, you know? I wanna know what love is.
Oh!
Oh my god, yeah.
Nice.
Crushes right into his Adam's apple. Just crushes throughout the book, just like I just smashed it right into his throat.
He gurgles, right, and then reaches out, and his gnarly fingertips kind of brush your face as he falls, you know, like running down. Just a moment you shared together, no big deal.
No, not at all. Come on.
No sex in your violence.
Yeah,
excellent. Just so fucked up. This. I was like, all right, they're gonna wrap this up in like 2 rounds. We'll be on to Fandling shit, no time flat. No, it's been orc lovers and just nonsense.
An hour and a half in, and you know,
literally
we've had orc bumping, and that's you know, we've had some good deaths, but we've had orc mud wrestling and pumping.
Yeah, no, that's
I think it's an interpretive dance.
What was it? Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. You're 1,000 years old. Maybe it was.
I'm sure Figgis will. I mean, not Figgis. Laszlo can tell you about my history. We had this kind of odd dance we used to do in the Netherese before we became barbarians.
Did you anybody here watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? There's one of the characters, Mac, is working through his sexuality. It's kind of a running joke that he's gay, right? And then at the end of the last season before last, it ends with this huge interpretive dance number that is one of the most meaningful and like compelling works of dance I've ever seen in my life. It was frankly startlingly beautiful, right? And just out of left field, right? Not what you expect at all from It's Always. If you've watched it, you know what I'm talking about, right? It was like, the first time I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like emotionally moving. And in a way you just did not expect. You know, Frank Reynolds at the end there, he's like, I get it now, right? Like, I imagine that's what transpired there between Rife and the orc. It was something beautiful in this shit-filled cavern of, you know, reeking of orc blood and, you know, entrails and nonsense. The wounds knitting themselves together and reopening with a passion. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right.
Question.
Yeah.
Those healing potions that were given, how do we use those?
Well, if Rife has them, all he has to do is pop this bitch open, and look. I believe he was awarded 2 of them. They magically appear in his inventory. Of course, it's an action to drink a potion, but that's all, you know. Yeah. Yes, it is an action to drink a potion in D&D, so.
Yeah.
But that said, you would only proc 1 attack of opportunity from number 6, were you to try and flee behind Sergeant Pepper or whatever. Then you have the Sergeant Pepper Figgis front, while Figgis isn't a tank, he could certainly take one blow from Gog, right?
Yeah, I'll just stay here. I'm just gonna keep there. Just plug the hole.
Now we're watching for potions as a group now. You're gonna hold the line? Alright.
Hold the line.
Orc number 4 is like, actually, this might have been a full minute of grease, but now he's gonna do his little... one more round there. And then orc number 6, of course, is right in front of Anton. He's like, you know, I'm actually legitimately sorry about this at this point, because, I mean, it's not often we have to kill a guy like 4 times in a row. It's getting real cruel. As he, he felt so bad about it that he rolled a 6 + 5 for an 11 and missed.
Yes.
There we go. Finally, we have an orc
About
miss.
time.
All right.
With some conscious.
All right,
Getting those
Laszlo's
third-string
up.
players back there.
Right, yeah. Now we worked through the A team. Now it's like orc
So-
stuntman number 4.
Yeah, we're in like inning 7.
Is Rife looking still pretty worse for wear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
With the
He's got about 4
potion-
HP left.
Oh wait, you haven't even gone yet, so you can't even drink the potion yet.
Oh.
He
no,
did go.
I did go. I hit someone. That didn't occur to me to
Oh.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
he's
Well,
very.
it occurred to me
He
that it
gets a
feels
tunnel
bad.
vision.
Rife has a
does.
one-track mind.
He really does.
I'll get right here and I'm gonna shoot the orc that's next to him.
Use some real ammunition.
This
For
one will
God's
be
sake.
a really real one, I promise.
A wicked wheel.
Watch how real this is.
Hey!
Yeah.
Finally hits.
Oh!
Yeah.
Ammoless crossbow manifesting a bolt.
Eh,
For 1 + 5. But it's vulnerable.
you know-
Yay! 12!
Yeah.
Critically wounding the orc based upon the vulnerability implied by the wild magic. That's fun. We have fun here.
Jesus.
So many variables required for that to mean anything at all. Oh, I love it. All
Go
right.
back here, tell Sergeant Peppa do dodge maneuver theta. So he's gonna take a dodge action.
Yeah, all right. And with that, Serial is up.
Can I make it to Rife if I dash diagonally over here?
You can, but then you have dashed.
Okay, that would be a dash then. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
what is your
Um,
movement? Let me see here if you even need to dash from that distance. You're
Isn't she only 5 squares away?
yeah, 30
Diagonally,
feet.
yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, no, you don't have to dash at all. You can walk up there. You have 5 feet of extra
Okay.
movement even, so you're good.
All right. I guess I'll brave the danger for you, Rife.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Keeps slowly up next to Rife, and she boops him with the finger as she casts Cure Wounds on him.
Boop.
Not that I'm complaining, but you are braving the danger from behind me.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Oh
God.
no.
I should've-
no.
You shouldn't have been so
Wait,
ungrateful, you
Hold on
bastard.
a second. Wait.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
my
That
karma,
was the wrong.
it's
Wait,
bad.
that was the wrong Cure Wounds.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
That was Cure Wounds 1, but all warlocks have Cure Wounds 2, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you
Right.
cast it at the
Better?
maximum level. Yeah.
Spells, yeah. All your spells are second level.
Yeah, but that cast was the Cure Wounds 1.
Yeah, so just roll another Cure Wounds 1 on him. Because it'll be
Okay.
2
Okay.
D8.
Ah.
There you go, 4 points.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
still,
I'm
he's
gonna be
orange-ish.
grateful because I just don't want to incur any more wrath from the fickle dice gods.
Teleason.
Oh, well, let's see here. I'm gonna be going after that, what's that, orc number 6 right there.
Indeed. The prime orc up in the business. Oh, we lost your audio there. Was that just me?
Oh.
No,
Nope, that was me.
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, sorry, I was pushing the wrong button. That was not the push to talk button.
There you go.
So, but yeah, so I moved my hunter's mark over. I'm gonna go after orc number 6 that's right there in front of Rife.
Yeah.
Trying to clear out a path to that,
Gog.
that ogre is,
Yeah.
a head taller than everybody, but I'd like to get the little guys out before they swarm us again. So yeah, I get my bow out and we, see what we can do. Just a second. Nice.
And a 12 plus
19
7,
to hit.
19 will do
There
her.
we go. There we go.
Excellent. Yeah. Arrow in the
Hunter's
eye.
mark.
Orc falls down quite deceased.
Nice. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark then to. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Gog back there,
That tracks.
and I'm gonna stay right where I am. I've got a good line on everybody.
Nice.
Excellent. With that, well, I mean, it's Gog's turn.
Okay, so as Gog enters next to me, I'm going to use my brace maneuver to use my reaction to make an attack on him.
Okay.
I like that dance Gog just did. Is he?
Right, yeah. He's feeling fancy. Yeah, 19 will hit.
All right. And then,
Oh, lightly wounded there. 7.
okay. And then an extra 4
Now-
points of damage from the brace. So I just take my book as he comes in, and I just look up at him and just crack him in the kneecap and smile through my mouth, which is probably
All the
slightly
ichor.
ajar. Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. Excellent. And that was, oh, I see. You just clicked the trip attack to spend the point. You didn't actually. All right, that's what was confusing me there. I was reading the text there. Oh, you're all good.
Can you
Oh,
drag the damage over him?
Oh, yeah.
The dragger. The distractor die on top of him.
yeah, you should be.
There you
Let me make sure here. Got 7, yeah. Well, that was the first there. Does the 4 also? No, it doesn't, but we can add that there here. Oh, 11. Excellent. All right. Gog is still up. Gog is still going to swing his, tree at you in response.
Yeah.
He's not a fan of that. And he's, of course, going to roll a 14 plus 6 for 20. And this will be 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning as the tree comes. Well, there we go for 14 points as you go down yet again. Wibble, weeble, wobble, wobble, weeble. Yeah, no. Now, Serial, we might have noted, that it is great to be a healer, but potentially less great to be the healer directly behind the tank when he falls down, and then there's an ogre and we're rolling initiative again. So this could be a sticky widget as we come up next, and it'll be Anton
Gog
with
is
his death
first.
saving throw
Oh.
and Gog. Oh Lord. Anton, please give us the death saving throw.
All right, here we go.
With advantage,
Nice.
easily.
Yeah.
19.
Didn't
Dropped an
need it.
18 for a 19. Said,
19.
I've been here before, he says, literally all the time. Unfortunately, the aforementioned Gog turn is up, and the tree comes up again, and now comes down on our rainbow iridescent Azamar.
If only Figgis wasn't invisible, he might attack
Alright.
him.
Wait, Figgis isn't invisible.
Oh,
Or he's
Figgis isn't invisible, but Figgis is in the
Oh,
initiative
I thought you
step.
made him invisible, but Laszlo could see him.
No,
No,
she
he
was
attacked,
going to make him
remember?
invisible,
Oh,
but
that's
she went to
right.
sting the
Oh,
orc in the face there. At any rate, 19 will definitely hit Serial, I'm afraid. For a 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning, tree branch putting in work for, oh my god, 17
Oh.
points, critically wounding Serial.
Dang.
Good thing you've got that resurrection potion.
Alright, yeah, no doubt, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I forgot.
And that one just breaks in the backpack if you die. You know, you don't have to. That one magically, it's you know, the act
Yeah.
of falling over
Yep.
sprinkles a little potion on you. That being said, Teleison, you are up. Teleison is up.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to knock an arrow. I'm gonna be aiming for the big boy. Let's try to get him wounded or something. Let's see.
Yeah, he's still fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, just covered in grease.
Yeah,
And other things.
and other things we've established. Yeah, there might have been some
Oh
spray.
no!
Oh,
Oh, no,
terrible.
yeah. Now hits the tree
Oh.
branch as he raises it to hit Serial
That
again. You know,
it just
thong.
makes his weapon
Right.
more effective.
Right,
But,
right.
But do you have inspiration to rewind time and actually?
That's
I
true.
do not have any
Oh
inspiration.
no!
I used
she
it that
spent
last
it.
time like an idiot.
Man.
So yeah, sorry. Oh, crap.
Serial is
Laszlo.
up with
My
one
turn.
hit point.
I would like to use my Misty Step and teleport away.
Hell yes, you would. I was saving you, but now I'm not. Poof.
Ninja
That's
vanish.
right. I did what I could.
What's the range on Misty Step? It's ridiculous,
30
isn't
feet, I
it?
believe.
30, yes. I mean,
Pretty
you're
sure it's 30.
All right. Right here.
back there if you want to be, yeah. Excellent. Orc number 4.
I was gonna say you can shoot because that's a bonus action.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can still. Yeah,
Oh,
you
is
can
it?
Eldritch.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. All right.
Yeah.
And then I would like to cast my Agonizing Blast on this. Raise my left hand. I'll try again, Rife. Hasn't been going well tonight, but we'll see.
Who gets
my
that
left hand.
illusion of badass potion, Quirky Little Fox? Oh, go ahead, shoot.
yeah.
Well, they ask you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
16
There you go.
plus 6 for
Oh.
22 will do it. And 7 plus 4 for 11 points, moderately wounding him. The first thing to really take your Eldritch Blast and be like, all right, now I'm upset. So that's. I mean, there's a charred chunk of him from your Care Bear stare, but he is definitely not, you know, wounded enough for it to be a substantial issue. As Orc number 4 is finally going to clamber over Rife's greased up corpse. Well, corpse adjacent state. And do its bonus action charge to Teleison, because he's the one that can see. That said, I believe he will charge past Figgis the Imp. Do familiars get bonus
Akabom.
attacks? Attack
Yeah,
opportunities?
you get-
Yeah?
You
I
said
don't
they
see why
did
not.
earlier, he just didn't take one.
No, yeah, alright, well, fuck it, yeah.
Let's do it.
Figgis! As his stinger comes lashing out, scraping the orc's arm as he walks past, and Serial got the badass potion. Excellent. That's fine, because her familiar has been putting in all the work.
Seriously.
1d4 plus 3 at this scratch damage. This was the only orc outside of the 30-foot piercing range, so, oh, you know what he did, though? He failed that Constitution saving throw against that pretty brutal level 3 poison.
Oh.
So let's see here. Oh, yeah, and critically wounded. He manages to still stay up there because it was just a scratch, but the skin on his arm is festered off. It's, I don't know if you've ever Googled a late-stage brown recluse bite, but just don't. Just
Oh.
don't. But that will leave him, unfortunately, still able to swing that great axe at Teleus. And +5, swinging out.
Dang.
That's going to hit on top of a 10.
Oh!
1d12 +2. Oh, 3, excuse me. Oh my god, for the 11. Heavily. What? Oh, your concentration state. I was like automatically rolling for what?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because you can maintain Hunter's Mark.
Sweet.
But yeah, 14 points of damage.
Oh.
These axes not messing around. Now it's actually Figus's turn, though.
Yes.
Vegas is gonna stay where he is and sting Gog.
Oh yeah, yeah, that makes the most
Try
sense
take
to
the
me for
attention
sure.
away.
Flitting around through the air, Stinger lashing out. 17 +5 is gonna put in work there. 1d4 +3 piercing with vulnerability. Oh yeah, 12 points of damage. Let's see if Gog manages to withstand the poison. He'd be the first tonight, and he does.
Oh, he does.
Kind of. And poison on a failed save, half as much damage. That's what I thought. Ooh, I don't know how to have damage on 3d6. I guess I'll just have to roll it and we'll round down here. 9, yeah. Boom. So not even immune. There's no way to avoid taking some damage off that, which is gross. It's pretty gross poison. Excellent. He's moderately wounded now, not seeming to love life as Laszlo is up.
Alright, if I run over to Rife, can I use my action to go through his clothing and put the potion in his mouth?
Oh yeah, I mean, you
That
can definitely administer a potion to somebody as
Yeah.
an action, yeah.
I'm gonna brave it since, I'm like, Jesus, fella, I've never even broken bread with you, but I'm looking up at the ogre as I'm stuffing the potion down your throat.
Oh no, no.
You're gonna owe me one.
Don't mind me.
And as I stuff the potion into his throat to heal him, I whistle at Sergeant Peppa to come right next to me.
Yeah,
my
forming a little familiar
And-
wall.
Familiar will do the dodge action and stand next to me. Yeah, I heal him up, so he should.
Doesn't he have a kick?
He does, but I right now would rather him not get crushed than do a
That's
tiny
fair.
bit of kick.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
do I roll or do you roll for the greater healing? Or?
I mean, you would roll it on top of him, yeah, if you have the potion.
Okay.
You just open
I
its
don't
effect. Oh, you don't. You would have to
Yeah.
drag it from the party sheet. Oh, what?
Yeah, if you go to the party sheet, you can pull the potions into your inventory and then drop them onto somebody, or drop them onto somebody from the.
Oh, yeah, the potions have the math.
Okay, I think I found it. Is it the 2d4 plus? No, that's a normal portion.
It's a 4d4 +4 is the greater.
I've never looked at the party sheet. I thought it was items. Is it which?
If you go to the item,
11 points +4, 15 points sealed.
there you go. Yeah.
We'll go, oh my god, and then I have to do 15 and 4, 19. Alright. Boom. Head math! That's why we use Fantasy Grounds, so I don't have to add. Ew. Addition and subtraction in my D&D? Alright guys, here we go. Gog, fucking hell, up first.
And he's got some good initiative rolls.
It really does. 25 is what he rolled on initiative this round, yeah.
Dang.
Alright. And then, yeah, he's gonna club Rife. I mean, he's, you know. +6, lashing out with a whole ash tree. And he's gonna
Oh,
miss.
yeah.
Boom, again.
Yeah.
Excellent. Leaving Sariel up, grievously wounded. 1 hit point. Leaking rainbow fluids.
Let's see. How
I
much
just
damage
picture you with, like, rainbow predator blood and instead of being like neon green, it's just rainbow. You know,
it's unicorn blood from Harry Potter.
right.
You know, that mercury-looking shit.
Ariel is gonna take a swig of her illusory potion. And
Get all badass.
yeah, how do I actually use that? Like,
Oh yeah, you just right click and make it disappear, and then your hair
right.
picks
yeah.
up in an unseen breeze in here as the
Yeah.
crackling firelight kind of front lights you in a dramatic badassery.
And then I'm gonna say, I won't let you kill my friends. You'll be the first one to die. Raise my left hand again. I'm channeling my blast. My palm lights up. And it shoots out towards Gog.
Excellent, and misses. Man, Agonizing Blast has not been it tonight.
It is
For
not.
every orc that is hit, the Agonizing Blast has splashed off the walls.
Sariel, do you still have inspiration? You could use that if you wanted.
Or the
Inspiration.
half
You have-
tears potion if you have one.
You have 3 inspiration currently. You can see it on the main tab
Oh.
of your character sheet next to your token.
Yep. It says insp.
What? Oh,
Yes.
I can see that. Yeah, let me do an inspiration then. That means I can re-roll, right?
Yep. Reroll after a roll or add a d6 before a roll for an inspiration in my games. Because, I mean, I like bennies a lot. And inspiration's kind
Roll
of weak
again.
as written.
It's a good system.
Yeah.
That's not working.
Damn.
Can I
Yeah,
do
that-
another
oof.
inspiration, or is there inspiration per
Yeah.
round?
No, you can spend them all if you want right now. Yeah.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I just drank that potion. I'm gonna kill you, Gog.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you're badass. It's got to be badass, right? I mean.
Yeah. You gotta...
Oh my God! Automatic miss though. Unfortunately.
Oh no!
Ah!
Ah!
Oh no,
Please!
not that one again. God damn.
Oh, this is awful.
Sariel vomits bees once more for the second time, goes to Eldritch Blast, and then bees come issuing forth from her, stinging her, and poisoning her for the remainder of the encounter. Let me go ahead and knock up. Yeah, no, bees again. That's... What? So
And
it's a
as far-
D200, I want you to know. You've rolled bees
this
twice
is
now.
normal for her, right? Like,
Right.
this is-
No,
this
at
is
this
what she
point
does.
it is normal. Oh, the bees again. Great.
It's
Yeah.
coming up again, you guys.
It's this thing she does, and it's no big deal. It's a little attention seeking, if you ask me.
Yeah, just as
Just a little bit.
yeah.
Oh, come on,
Un poco.
poison. Do I have... Oh my god, I have all kinds of immunities to poison. Why do I
I've
not
got 1
have
HP. I think that does it for me.
It doesn't actually damage, it just applies the poison state. Which is
Which
better.
I think unfortunately poison's like disadvantage on all your.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're disadvantaged for everything, but I was hoping to have it wired in here. You'll just have to remember to hit the dice for everything you roll for the rest of the fight, because I do not have a poison program, which is odd. Yeah. Bee smash! She's wearing a bee suit for a second, comes away all puffy. Talea sends up. Orc still all up in your business, but very wounded.
All right. Well, have a question. So I've got my hunter's mark up still because I maintained my concentration. Can I also... Or wait, no. Where's my... Planar Warrior is a bonus action. I can cast Planar Warrior on Mr. Orc 4 right here in front of me. But I don't know if that is also a...
That would cancel your concentration spell.
Is it concentration? Okay. That's fine, though. I'm okay with that. Because it's more damage, and I can
Right.
put it on this
Yep.
guy right here. So I'm going to cast Planar Warrior on myself.
Excellent. Let me
And
knock
then the other
my
one-
mark off Gog.
That
Bam.
there. I don't know if I did that. I think I did that right.
Yeah, I think we'll find out here in a second.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to, I am going to, whoa, sorry, I got a cat. I am going to once again drape my bow over my shoulders, and since he's right up in my grill, and I'm gonna spin my little my dagger, and I'm gonna try to do what I did to his buddy and see what we can do here.
Stick. Just pile up,
and I'm gonna do my offhand as well. So.
Two attacks lashing out. First one's gonna hit, and I mean, roll the damage on that because that's probably gonna do her. Honestly, he's in bad shape. In fact, it did. 6 points will drop him. Dagger ending his life.
There we go. Alrighty, and yeah. So I'm gonna stay where I am, and
just
wipe off my dagger.
remaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe off my dagger on my tunic and get my bow ready.
Excellent. As
Does Planar Warrior take concentration? Because if it doesn't, I think you could have both.
That's what I was trying to think. I didn't see that Planar Warrior was a concentration spell, but
oh, I thought if you were concentrating on a spell, you had to maintain that spell and you couldn't cast another spell. My interpretation of that might be wrong altogether.
You can't cast another spell of concentration.
Oh, there you go. Shit. Yeah, never mind. You can have both on, in fact. So, yeah. Hunter's Mark is still on Gog again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll drag it back on him so you can focus on.
Fig is gonna sting on Gog, I take it there, Serial. Excellent. Sting coming out. And that's a hit. 11 plus 5, thanks to that advantage on the piercing attack still from that wild magic nonsense. He is going to do the 1d4 plus 3. And, oof, for half vulnerable. It shouldn't have done. Damn. At any rate, concentration, or a constitution save against the poison. Ooh, and he succeeds, taking half of 3d6. 4, 6. Oh, he's not loving life anymore, guys. I would go so far as to call him very wounded.
Nice.
As Anton's up. And muted.
So I'm gonna take my potion of badass and drink it and let him stare into the soul of my eyes that have seen thousands of years of just horrific acts that maybe you can turn his stomach, and take my book and just try to smash it right into his legs. I don't know why it's.
Why is that disadvantage? Why automatic miss disadvantage? What the hell?
Does it think I'm?
Oh, because you're unconscious. That's why.
Oh, I think so. Okay.
And you're doing the trip attack, and then, all right, there we go. Let's try that again one more time with feeling.
All right. So I take my book and I swing it around right for his right leg, trying to just wrap it around and yank it up to trip him.
Yeah, that'll do. 19 plus 8 for a 27.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest number we've seen tonight.
Oh
yeah, an 8 plus 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
What do you, invert one of his knees, drop him down to your level, and be like, boom, 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 into paste, yeah? Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I just reach my
See,
hand.
Laszlo.
I take his tree and I just take it and just jam it right into his sternum and just hear his ribs just crack underneath.
Oh, yeah, his own weapon against him. That's fucked up, man. That's not cool. But that means we have ended my quick 45-minute combat after 2 hours and 15 minutes or whatever. So we're going to take our mid-show break so we can empty our bladders and do all that nonsense. Thank you for sticking with us thus far.
Yeah, for sure.
Boy, there are big things happening at Lore here in the near future, guys. We got the second branch of the Rod of 7 Realms. We are casting the last slot for this coming Tuesday. Anticipate that coming probably 3 weeks, guys, 4 weeks. I'm not trying to put a date on it, hard date style, but suffice to say, there's going to be twice the D&D a week in the lore vein in this metaverse happening very soon. It's sandwiched in between that, like the meat in the D&D Sammy will be, of course, our Deadlands Weird West horror on Headstone Hill. spectacular. We just did the voice acting seminar together for that, finalizing character creation. Also, likely just 3 or so weeks, guys. Like, oh boy, you'll have 3 shows a week. You'll have so much of me that you'll be sick of it. And if you like the idea of that, there's a tons of ways that you can support this endeavor, right? And by supporting this endeavor, did you know you don't just support me? I'm not sitting here like, like a Jeff Bezos, for instance, right? Hoarding a dragon's heap of gold. No, I share all the proceeds from this endeavor equally amongst all the participants, right? If you support lore, you're not supporting me and my ever-growing collection of wizard costumes. No, you're supporting everybody here as we come together collaboratively and creatively to have a good time and tell you a fantastic story. So bear that in mind when you hit that follow button or you hit that sub button. And let's say maybe you have a lot of expenses. The world's a crazy place right now. You can't really afford to spend $5 a month to support community theater. That's fine, because you probably have Amazon Prime. Make Jeff Bezos pay for it. He's sitting up there in his rocket. He's like, I'm going to send Bill Shatner to space for notoriety, right? Like, Bill Shatner doesn't need to be in space. He's 90. He needs to be in a goddamn home. Why don't you take that money from Bezos and just give it to us instead? There's no reason for it to be sending Bill Shatner up in a dick rocket. He's already a dick. This is well known. Everybody knows he's kind of a bastard. Right? Doesn't deserve to be in space. Certainly not. And Jeff Bezos, you know what? What if Jeff Bezos uses that money to kill William Shatner? Now, I know Bill Shatner's a dick, right? But, you know, he's still Captain Kirk, right? Are you going to support Jeff Bezos killing Captain Kirk? Really? Really? You're going to allow your money to... You know what? You could take some of that money and you could give it to lore by using your Amazon Prime and taking that $10 a month you're already spending and just shuffling it over here to support community theater. And then you'll know, well, maybe it wasn't my money that killed William Shatner. You can think to yourself as a point of solace. Or not. I mean, maybe you're into killing renowned sci-fi figures. That's something that you will have to live with on your conscience over this 10-minute break when we come back. And we are back. Thank you for joining us and sticking with us through that 10-minute repose. We're just so old here that, I mean, 3 hours without a tinkle. You know, sometimes I gotta wake up 6 times in a night. No, that's an exaggeration. You need to get checked if you're waking up 6 times a night. But, you know, it's definitely one time in the middle of the night. I gotta wake up now. I'm pushing 40. Things are changing. You know, everything's sagging. But we're not talking about the inexorable march of time and the damnable effects of entropy. No, we are not. In fact, we are talking about how they have just defeated the orc menace that had been occupying Wyvern. In fact, we're not on the road yet. We're making Wyvern sounds, right? This group of marauding orc warriors had been an issue for Phandalin and indeed trade along the Tribor Trail here for a handful of months. Not only have you done a service for which you will be paid with Harbin Wester, of course, assuming you bring back some evidence that you have killed the orcs, right? He's not going to take your word for it, right? But it's likely that townspeople and mercantile folk, upon discovering that you guys were, in fact, the party responsible, will be gladdened with the intel as well. So it'd be one of those things that, like, you know, if I were trying to bolster my repute in the area, I might bring up at the bar, you know, when y'all are chilling, you know. Next time you're at the Kickin' Donkey, you know, you can tell Guy, hey, we killed those orcs. You know, you can ask for some orc sausage bits for you, or, you know.
Pretty sure we should probably bring back some orc ears or something to prove that, you know, we did this business.
Okay, cut off the ogre's fingers. Bring back a necklace of ogre fingers.
I'm sure you don't want that one's leg, Rife.
That goes in the broom closet along with the broom.
Excuse me, may I offer a suggestion? It's not quite so brutal. Just leave the crime scene as it is, and I'm going to make a static image of it in my book to show.
Wait, so
I-
you think he's gonna be convinced by a drawing?
well,
mean,
it's
anybody
with,
can draw.
well,
We might
True.
need physical evidence.
Now,
I
does
see.
drawing make more sense than just bringing Brugor's head down the mountain in a bag? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
well, in Lantan, we're a little bit more civilized, and we use these magical drawings. But I'll take one. If he doesn't like it, you can bring that head.
Yeah,
I
I,
just-
I reckon we'll do both.
It smells so bad in here. I just want to get out.
Well, if you're gonna make a drawing, I'm gonna pose with Gog. I can have his head in one hand and making like a yeah sign with my other hand.
So
It
it's
will
a
take
static.
quite a bit of sawing to get Gog's head off, but you could definitely hold it aloft. I mean, almost the size
Just
of your
gonna hold
torso.
it back like
Yeah.
hunters with a deer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, if you're just
Yeah.
trying to raise the torso, I mean, Gog's got to be like 800 pounds, right? I mean, he is an 8-foot-tall ogre, right? It is quite an effort. It's maybe prop him up using some. I'm just not picturing even Rife, mightiest of warriors, casually lifting up full ogre torso.
No, we'll push him up against the wall. You know, take a little
Yeah.
work there, but
Mhm.
yeah.
You know,
Maybe put a
definitely.
make a little
And it-
lopsided grin on his face.
Right, and the floor is still greasy and covered with, months of orc excrement and, all of
So
that
those,
nonsense.
Those great axes that they were carrying around, are any of them like worth picking up?
Now, yes, I mean mechanically, it's a 1d12 axe, right? I mean that's no joke. Craftsmanship wise, though, like yikes, right? So first off, orcs are real into they would all have truck nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
they're into that kind of masculine. Well, truck nuts are testicles. Yeah,
That you can put on your
you
pickup.
you attach to your pickup truck's
The hitch. Yeah.
the trailer hitch, and then there are literal, sometimes silicone flesh-colored testicles referred to as truck nuts.
It's
that
disgusting and
it's the-
prevalent in Texas.
It's the worst. It's honestly, if you see truck nuts, you just know everything you need to know about the person.
Yeah.
I thought
You know
Yeah.
that they have a micro penis.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yes.
a metaphor, the size of the truck. I thought you were just meaning it had a large
No,
truck.
no, there's
No.
literal.
Oh, are you-
literal like
Paraphernalia.
Holy, there are
Wow.
people.
metallic?
Both of you
balls
were
that
ignorant
are
of
wrapped
truck
in
nuts.
silicone.
When we're done here tonight, just Google truck nuts. Just do yourself a favor and just take a gander at them, because they're everything I have described and more. But every one of these guys would be in a tap out t-shirt, like affliction gear, Ed Hardy hats, right? If they were contemporaries, they're that kind of aggressive masculine toxicity, right? So that is to say, their axe heads are about 3 sizes larger than they need to be, right? Because it's a performative display thing amongst them, if you can swing the biggest axe head, to the point where it is disadvantageous to wield such a thing, unless you're, an orc that's used to the heft of it to compensate for your other, failings. Truck nuts. But on the head of an axe. So all that to say, it's a poorly maintained, horribly balanced 1d12 great axe, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll leave them then. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, the head of the
just
thing's
wondering
like
if-
your whole upper torso, right? It's pointless.
Okay, yeah, then I don't.
They're
don't
ludicrous
think that.
things.
They
They are sharp, though,
Can
as
I,
we proved with Rife.
as we take a rest, can I just kind of like rifle through all their shit and just see if I find anything
You're
that
gonna
maybe they
rest in
pillaged?
here?
And...
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
No, yeah, so definitely. It looks like that Brugor's band had plundered several homesteads in the area, right? They've been at this for a while. You guys found the debris pile from their food out front, right? And you do, in fact, find an unlocked treasure chest in the little nook that Brugor was in. And it has 750 copper, 180 silver, 62 electron, 30 gold, and 3 vials of perfume. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Could
Throw
I
that on the
go around and just kind of... Oh,
Clean
are
everyone?
we wanting to rest in this cave?
No.
We don't have to. I just, I know I'm not the only one
Prestidigitation
that could
ain't gonna
use-
do it either. That's.
I was just gonna clean them up a little bit. I'll go over
No,
to
no,
Rife
no,
and
no,
clean
no.
him up. He's like pretty bloodied.
Yeah, I just
got, like-
know that I could use some hit dice rolling.
Right.
Somewhere.
Anywhere around here, of course, will be perfectly safe to arrest at this point. You've cleared the threat, right? We can short rest, long rest, whatever you want to do.
Okay, so we could like go outside the cave and then just set up a small camp. Are you adding the stuff that was in the treasure chest to the inventory? Or?
Yeah, it's in the party inventory now. It's just gold and 3 vials of perfume, so.
Okay, no worries. Hey, perfume sells to somebody. But yeah, would love to set up camp outside the gates, get out of this stank hole, and then heal up a touch.
Reward that gold to everybody evenly there. Oh, ooh.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd been sitting on that for a while. You'd been stacking it up, and I hadn't dished it out to everybody. So there you go, 100 gold distributed across the party. And let's get everybody. We're long resting. Is that the ish?
I mean, are we good with a long rest out at the mouth of the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, it tracks for me. Boom.
Okay,
Long
that's fine.
rest for everybody.
Awesome.
I'm gonna
Are you
amend
rolled
the
a hit die?
You don't have to roll hit die
Oh,
to take a long
everything.
rest.
No, it's automated. It's yeah. That being said, we wake up rosy, fresh, light of dawn outside the cave there. What were you going to do, Laszlo?
I just asked Serial to help me clean and mend the book
Yeah.
before sleeping.
Which book?
The
right.
book that.
The book, the one that I'm trying to research.
So, every time Rife uses it as a weapon, I mean, we're completely resetting the progress on. We understand
know.
that, right? Like this is a battle that will never. Yeah, but spend your time going. All right, we got 2 pages here. You know, yeah, that's. The first book says Book of Martial Techniques. We got that much.
I am gonna cut off orc ears, by the way.
I make sure to complain about it for at least 20 minutes every night. To
Yeah,
him,
ears-
until he gets annoyed with it.
Ears
Yeah, I
does
can't even
seem
go to
like a good
sleep.
way to prove it. And if they jerk you up over a day or two, they're not gonna like rot, you know.
Yeah. I'll string them on a little leather strip or something, and
Very very Vietnam of you. That's I'm thinking Universal Soldier pops in my head. Anytime anybody puts ears on a leather thong, it's Universal Soldier for me. But does anybody even know Universal Soldier anymore? That was like a Jean-Claude Van Damme one blop from like no, I guess there were 3 of them technically, but only the first one counts.
Wasn't Bill Goldberg in one?
He was in the 3rd and final one.
Wow.
It's Rue's on the same. We're like a month apart or something age-wise. It's really like our cultural references are so in sync. It's freaky. It's especially given the dramatically different lives we had. Like we hit all the same notes. It turns out. All right, but yeah, Universal Soldier and necklace of ears is the point. A war crime. War crime again. You don't generally harvest the body parts of you. Now it's a good way in this case to prove that you killed some orcs, but kind of weird that it was her go-to. She was like, we'll just take the ears. That's good. If you get 2 off each one, they know how many you got, right? Like, you can even left them, right them.
I take pictures. That's where my
right.
next picture goes.
Right,
I
you're
that's
taking
great.
ridiculous magical notes, and she's just like, yeah, chosen enemy. Oh no, that's goblins. Never mind, different. But close enough.
I mean, these guys are like dwarven arch nemesis.
Right,
so,
right, yeah.
Dwarves have a long memory. We haven't
Well, now-
forgotten.
Orcs, interestingly, are above-ground creatures in D&D. I immediately go subterranean with orc myself, just token, like 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're like nomadic tribal dudes for the most part. They what would be a good
There's history. I was gonna say, I think there's history in the northern holds that
orcs took over everything, right? They
dwarven
came like
holds,
the Mongols, kind of, is the best analogy. They swept across the Sword Coast, and it wasn't just dwarf settlements, but it wasn't because they lived underground. It was because they were just raising everything in their path, right? And dwarves just happen to be there too. Huh?
King Obold Many Arrows. He was like the leader of he unified a bunch of orcs in the north.
Yeah, no, it was like a wog, pretty much. But that, that's 40k. But they came together. Yeah, much like Genghis Khan united the Mongol hordes for sure. And it fucked up everything. So there is that racial animosity there, but not because of the underground, not the thing you picture. At least I picture. Just weird. I had to adjust a lot of my stuff for D&D. You know, the gnomes are tiny elves and they aren't like just doofy dwarves. I had doofy dwarves in my head for the longest time. But
Yeah.
We don't need another race to be doofy. We're good enough as is.
That's true. Well, and if you're playing in Dragonlance or whatever, you start to get into like the rock gnomes or whatever, it gets odd. But we are progressing to Phandalin tentatively. Now, we will recall that we were also out here, in part due to Sildar suggesting that we might be able to get intel were we to ambush an ambush of goblins. And there were several locations right along the trail that looked like they'd be good spots to just post up for a day or two with overwatch of some choke points. That, That said, a bath probably wouldn't suck either.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say we do need to find some goblins to figure out where the Cragmaw Castle is, and even if it's on the other side of Phandalin, I doubt it. Even if it were,
maybe Figus. 10 Figus out invisible, he could like fly around up high and find some for us.
I mean, we could do that, or we could do like Sildar suggested, ambush some goblins, but we'd have to try not to kill them. We'd actually need to talk to them or follow them.
I mean, didn't we talk to Billy? And he didn't really know much.
He didn't. You're right. As far as we could tell, before his untimely passing, we didn't find out. He didn't know where they were, but that's why Sildar suggested we follow another band of them, see if maybe they're heading out that way.
It just seemed like those goblins weren't very smart. Even if they knew where it was, would they be able to give us accurate information?
We killed Clarg. We killed Yemek. We killed literally everything even kind of resembling goblin leadership in that cave. And then we asked Billy the goblin for the keys to the kingdom. And Billy the goblin, he just wasn't that dude. Right? Now, had we kneecapped Clarg, right, we probably would have known where Cragmaw Castle was, right? If you go up to the private in the army and you're like, what's in the basement of the Pentagon, right? You walk up to Billy the Goblin, right?
I mean, Clarg was putting up a hell of a bigger fight.
No, facts. Facts.
So, I mean, I'm gonna cite the stand your ground laws in Faerun and say that we had, even though we'd broken in, and it was fine. It happened.
A castle doctrine has to supersede stand your ground. I'm just, at any rate, Yemek. You could have definitely gotten more intel out of different goblins. Now, most goblins, right, there's a hierarchy, which Taliesin knows, being her favorite foe, right? They will wander around with a small group of goblins and then a hob with them, right? Or a small group of goblins and a bugbear with them, right? And then in that goblin hierarchy, right, if you kill all the goblins and you leave the hobgoblin, right, or you kill all the goblins and you leave the bugbear, the leadership, right, they're generally more sensible. I'm not going to say that, they're going to be like, well, it's actually 12 kilometers to the north. I would take the left trail because the right one, it gets a little steep at times. But, they will be able to tell you where the castle is, more than likely,
Hey, Taliesin?
Hey, yeah?
What did the turkey dress up for All Hallows Eve? A goblin.
Oh, Oh, I look at the imp, and I'm like,
I'll do it.
almost.
I'll do it.
No.
It won't hurt
This
anybody,
one's
Figgis.
free. This one's free.
I mean, it was funny. It was funny. I don't know.
You got lots of goblin jukes.
Figgis, can you turn invisible and scout around to see if there are any hint of goblins? Would you be able to see any goblins?
I think there is a very good chance were we to travel about a half a day from here, there's a perfect ambush spot in which there's an overwatch already established over a nice little narrow bridge. We could have a nosh.
What a useful imp.
Yeah. It's almost like there was a battle map already prepared should we decide to take this encounter in this direction. Why is it about a half day's travel? Well, because that's the lighting situation that might have already been established on the battle map when it was created by some benevolent overseer.
That's right. I mean, we're already out here. I'd hate to go all the way back and then have to, come all the way back out here if we wanted to find out. And we still need to find Gundarin. I mean, finding him, we get more money, remember? So, and my mom would love to know where he is, I'm sure, but...
Well, and we do know that Gundarin is probably at Cragmar Castle, right?
I mean, it's as good as bet as any.
Let's go find those goblins, or ambush some goblins.
Yeah. Kill some
Excellent.
goblins.
I go where Big Boy he goes. I look at Wraith.
I clutched my book protectively.
I mean, if Laszlo cleans the book, does that count as, like, honing a blade or something? Does it, like... Can it get even better as a weapon, like the cleaner it is?
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Or is it the opposite? That the more
Right.
on it,
No,
or
it's just
more
the violence you put into it.
Basically, it's maintenance to keep it from falling apart while he's...
Right. Pages falling out and shit. How long could you beat somebody with a book, even chained shut, before it really started to come apart? Like, even a well-bound book, like... We have severed spinal columns and beaten in skulls and popped out eyeballs and shattered rib cages. And it's a book, right? Well, it's a magic book, right? But, still. Do you believe in magic? I do. In a young girl's heart. That was such a weird time in McDonald's advertising.
Hey, Wraith.
Yes.
If you injure some of these goblins' legs, you can turn them into hobgoblins.
That's not how that works, factually.
Those are hobbled goblins.
Because they're
Factually.
Yes.
Factually not how that works.
Can we give him like an extra share of the treasure just to not tell us jokes that anymore?
Again,
I
Figgis
like
is
them. They're great.
Figgis is more than willing to bubble up his throat with a quick,
No, Figgis, I like
Pretty
him.
sure if we pay him, it encourages him to do more. It's like a tip.
Right. So,
Tip.
as Figgis stated somehow, this precog thing he had going on, you guys find a wonderful narrow choke point with a couple of stony overlooks to either side of a creek that has evidence of goblins passing through. Black feathered arrows, bits of detritus, rusted bits of scrap, little bits of bird skeleton that have been gnawed on in a thoughtless manner. But you guys could pick anywhere you wanted, anticipating that a goblin patrol would probably be coming from the east across this bridge to right about there when the combat started, assuming everybody got their stealth roll off, with advantage because you have time to hide and all of that. You'd even get around before they could react. Wow.
Should we roll that stealth roll now?
Oh, no.
Are we gonna
No, it's much
position
better to be
ourselves?
in position. Yeah, everybody position
Alright.
yourselves. If you look closely at the map, it's hard to tell, but there are the elevations lately imposed upon the rock surfaces. You can see 5 feet, 15 feet up. You can get quite a bit of elevation protecting yourself from attack. Should you choose
I can get in the tree, like bush area, with my room.
Can I get up on this little rocky outcropping up here?
Yeah, anywhere on the map you can be. Yep, and you can see you'll have the feet up. You are like somebody planned on needing to know the elevation differences for some kind of encounter for some reason. It's phenomenal.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, that's the ambush sounds. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you guys have a little time here. I mean, you're posted up, right, into a little, pretty decent groupings there. It looks like Laszlo and Sariel, why, you each have a moment for a little bit of get to know you, should you choose to, in the stillness before the storm.
Before that, can Figgis be invisible?
Never. Yeah, he's currently invisible. If you scroll over his token, you get those icons in the lower right-hand side of it. And you can see he's got his resistances up. Oh, and I need to actually... You guys are no longer piercing vulnerable, so I will remove that while I'm... No, it's permanent.
Well, not until somebody gives us another wild magic bomb.
Right,
Yeah,
well,
that was pretty awesome.
Make it open worse, please.
I mean, it made Figgis clutch as fuck is what it did, man. He just wandered around and was like, you're dead. You're dead. And all the archers. Yeah, Taliesin too. Yeah, no,
like
everybody
26
arching.
damage in one attack.
Definitely made Gog less Gog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Laszlo, you read books, right?
Oh, I read books. I write them. I'm a scribe, after all.
Do you know anything about people falling down from the sky, maybe?
Yes, in fact, I do. A cousin of mine, he fell right out of an airship one time. I saw it.
I don't know how I got here. To this place. What is it? The Sword Coast, was it?
This is the Sword Coast, yeah. This is the Wild Frontier.
I don't know why. I just know that this isn't where I'm from. And I don't know exactly where I'm from. I don't know much about myself.
Well, judging by your skin color, the bluish there, and if the DM allows it, could make a roll, like history, religion, arcana.
Ooh, arcana in this case, from a demiplane.
Let's see how much I can figure out what you are from all my book reading.
I mean, definitely Azamar, right? Everybody knows that much. They're not that uncommon, but the region where she's from, given her attributes, definitely in arcanas.
Okay.
Yeah. Spewing out bees.
Come on, wait. There we go. 19.
Oh yeah, a 19. Yeah. No, she's not from here at all. She's definitely Gates of the Moon at a 19 is what you would associate with. Yeah, they have representatives that come down. Oh, what's the name of that? No, the Lantern, the 12, that Council of 12 there. They often, the research causes them interplanar travel. They need permits and negotiations. So you've seen representatives from the Gates of the Moon before, for sure.
Definitely must fallen from the Gates of the Moon. I mean, we
well, now Felin is not how that generally works either. She did say people falling from the sky, right? Like, they generally come intentionally through magical gateways, you know?
Oh, yeah. Through the portals of the moon around
right, yeah.
The world, yes. Well, they use portals when they come here. You definitely are an Asimar, so you're a divinity. And I've never heard of one just fallen. What did the scene look like? Was there like...
I'm not quite sure, but I think Taliesin and Rife, I woke up in their wagon, but they did say it fell from the sky. Do you know if you could maybe get me in contact with some of these people you've met from the Gates of the Moon?
That's a little bit of a sticky widget. I've been banished from Langton until
Hup, hup,
You've been banished?
hup, hup, hup.
Do they have marching calls like
Oh,
the
the
army?
hobgoblins for sure. Yes. No.
Oh.
Now goblins are
Yeah.
a cowardly, disorganized hobgoblins. Live much more militaristic, almost kind of samurai class divisions in goblin society, right? Like goblins would be normal people. Hobgoblins would be the elite warrior race. Were it to be the Covenant relationship from Halo, Hobgoblins would be the elites to Goblins' grunts, if that analogy makes any sense. They are, they have training, they use tactics, they wear proper armor, their weapons are decently maintained. They're a whole other tier of Goblin, and yes, much more militant. They are, in fact, ranked up and marching. The sound of their little armored feet in unison, plunking, behind the hob that's barking out orders still indistinct in goblinoid.
I'd say they were almost noble if they weren't big into slavery.
Yeah, no, I mean, so that's the weird thing about them being a playable race too, right? Is that they, much like the Drow, right, unless you're playing an evil character, right, they have to have forsaken their whole cultural heritage, because goblins and hobgoblins, they're not, you know, they're greedy and violent. It's just their whole ish. It's the society they grow up in. It's, you know, they decapitate rats and chew on them for fun. You know, they're not, you know, you're never going to get a bunch of them together in a tavern in Waterdeep and have everybody go, I like that, right? That's just not, you know. That being said, there's a whole mess of them here, all right, on the bridge crossing, and getting to the point where it would be proccing that stealth roll with advantage from everybody to see if you guys get the whole first round. Sans Goblin response. Oof.
Shoot.
Just a 10, too. Just a 10,
no.
guys. Just a 10 was what I wanted. They're in bushes, I said to myself. They've had time to pair. Advantage in a 10. That'll give them a shot. Does anybody have,
Technically, I think Rife would have gotten his higher
My
one because
Yeah, it would have been a 10 because I.
it would have been a basic.
Would
Yeah.
have been basic.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
So, 3 of them
10,
is just
3.
me.
Now, did you spend all of your inspiration earlier?
Oh, you know what? I have a potion of halfling tears.
Oh, well, there you go. Boom.
That counts as inspiration, right?
Yes, it does.
Let me blow that real quick. Let's see here. It's a D6, right?
Yes.
How about a 6?
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Boom. Proper
Right,
6
right.
honor. You know, stealth. Boom. For a minute there, he sniffs the air like he smells dwarf flesh. And then hawks a loogie and hup, hup, as we roll initiative. And you guys get to, well, you get a whole round of unmitigated goblin attack slaughter. As away we go. And first up is Taliesin.
Oh, fantastic.
From her elevated vantage behind the pack of goblins.
Yeah, I am going to go for. I'm going to cast. Bonus action. I'm going to cast a Hunter's Mark on this Gobbo right in the back here. Gobbo 3, I believe, is who it is.
Excellent. Yeah.
And let me get to the right screen on my. And I'm gonna stay low, but I'm gonna. Oh well, I mean I'm short, but I'm gonna pop up from my prone position. So I guess that's technically half my movement. But and then yeah, I'm gonna whip out an arrow and be ready to shoot there at that feller at the back.
Excellent.
let's see here.
Goblin number 3 getting hunter mark applied and then intaculated.
Do that there. And then, did I hit? I did. Okay. And then, oh my gosh, sorry, I keep having to scroll and I'm losing my place.
Oh, you're all good.
How about, there we go.
Wow.
Dead.
Yeah, no,
Dead.
definitely. In and out, through and through, Goblin. He's there 1 second, the next second his personality's on your arrow point, going into the stream, downstream. Bloop. Oh, it's about to hit the water, and a fish jumps up and grabs it. Oh. Excellent. Let me get your Iron Defender and the combat tracker here. I need to figure out the ally system. It is inelegant currently. Excellent.
I accidentally hunter's marked Figgis, if you can take that off. I don't know how.
Never.
Or she accidentally, sure.
Yeah, we all know what you're
I
about.
like the little bastard.
He's of the devil. I mean, literally. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. Excellent. That was Taliesin. Goblins are like, what the hell? As Sariel goes.
Sariel would peek out of this little bushel.
Alright.
And she raises her left hand, and she raises it in front of her body, palm out. And her left hand starts to glow. Flashes a bright white light briefly, and shoots out towards Goblin number 1.
From the bushes on the cliff, overlooking the bridge, comes a rainbow blast.
Nice.
11 plus 6 for 17 will hit. For 7 points of damage, frying the goblin, and reminding everybody that goblins are not, in fact, seasoned orc raiders.
Well, that was easier.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Figgis is up.
Biggest is gonna sting that goblin that just unfortunately happened to stop right in front of him.
Goblin number
Goblin
5.
5. 3.
Excellent. 3 or okay, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, 3's dead.
Oh.
Never mind. I need to
no,
remove
stay.
3 from the
He's
map. That's
dead.
my
He's
bad.
not asleep.
Oh. Alright,
I
next
need
to the
to-
adjacent goblin. Goblin number 5.
Excellent. Goblin number 5 is suddenly going to see an imp manifest in front of him. The imp's gonna flip him the bird and then just go plop. Little sting on the chin.
How many fingers do imps have?
Ooh.
Just enough to flip him the bird.
3 and a thumb. 3 and a thumb. So it's
Nice. Okay.
that there, yeah. Hits Goblin number 5 with his 15 plus 5 for 20. Stinger piercing his chin. Goblins have overlarge chins already, so you understand it's a, swelling dramatically in its already dramatically swollen state. 4 points of damage from the sting alone, heavily wounding him. Let's see if he passes the con save. Oh, he does not. 3d6 of poison.
Kinda hurt.
He goes
Nice.
into anaphylactic shock. His head swells up like a watermelon to the point that it's just the points of his ears sticking out from a near perfectly round sphere as he asphyxiates and dies.
Nice.
Ha! Go Figgis.
Yeah, Figgis is, he might be the MVP tonight, guys. I don't know.
He really is. He really is. Ariel's missed all her shots earlier.
Laszlo up next from his spot, 5-foot cliff overlooking the bridge next to Sariel.
Okay. Shit. I was considering, one
Keep
out.
the hobo alive.
Yeah. No, I was going to say that. I'm gonna just kill another gobbo. Let me just shoot one of them. I figure if we can quickly take out all the goblins, then we can surround the hob and convince him to calm the F down.
Oh no, it'll likely just be turning your sword's pommel out and beating him unconscious and then having him, he's a hobgoblin. He's not gonna be, all right, I'm cool, let's talk.
I'm glad someone said something. I was getting ready to kill him.
Ah!
Yeah, no.
I fucking love that we discussed literally, like, we dedicated time to, now remember how you killed Yimik, and you, like,
I'm gonna spend an
I'm glad
inspiration.
somebody said something. He was literally going to kill the hobgoblin too, guys, like,
That inspiration to roll again.
I knew somebody needed to hear it when I said
that's getting into fucking character.
There we
That's,
go.
yeah, right, Laszlo. Light crossbow coming out, attacking goblin,
Went right in
18 points, and killing
Nice.
goblin. I'm surprised Fancy Grounds let you get away with it with how undescribed it was. Generally, it makes people fail. But Hobgoblin is up. And, I mean, he knows an ambush when he sees one, right? Like, what is
hasn't
Hobgoblin?
even noticed yet. It's just.
No, I mean, he's definitely, like,
He's,
ambush. And that's his turn, because it's, you know. Anton's up to not kill the Hobgoblin.
well, fortunately I am next to Goblin 4, and I've been thinking about this little gnome is kind of annoying, but you know, he did like heal me a couple times, so out of respect, instead of using the book, I'm gonna just take the chain and just jump up behind the goblin and just wrap the chain around his neck and just try to, like, you know, strangle him with the book. But not
why
really,
not?
like, you know,
What's
not
that fun
damage
here?
the book, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a cracking noise, like a key grip grabs some celery, right? His eyes bug out a little, veins go in his forehead, and then he's quiet.
And then I'm gonna remember that I'm a fighter and I have action surge, so I'm
Right.
going to move. I'm gonna move over to the next. I don't trust myself to go for the hobgoblin because
Nice.
I might accidentally kill him. So I'm gonna go after the second hobgoblin. I'm just gonna try to, you know,
The second
appreciate
goblin,
him
there's
too.
only the one hob.
Yeah. Let's go to the last goblin. Just see if I can just take him out.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, that'll definitely, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I
I just wrap it around and just like snap, and so I hear this like little neck pop, you know, like a little cherry or something, like a ripe fruit kind of, you know, noise. Pop.
I just need the audience to know that you kill goblins on a 1. You just need the audience to be aware that he rolled a 1 on the damage, and it was still enough.
Dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's there is now just a very confused hobgoblin. Now this hobgoblin,
this
he
is
had spent a couple of years working his way up the hierarchy to get his own ambush squad. You know, like he wasn't fresh either. They'd been through a couple of months of patrols together. He knew this group. He was just coming to set up a position here on the bridge himself, and within 10 seconds, 10-second rounds, within 10 seconds, he is now goblinless. Alright?
Professional
Right?
guerrilla warfare going on here.
Right, yeah,
Worse
no
than
doubt.
that. The 6-second round. It's even worse.
Oh my god, that's right. It's 6
Yeah,
seconds. It's not
yeah,
even
there's
10.
6
Savage Worlds is 10 seconds. 6 seconds. Just thwap, 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 thwap. What? Literally amber. But, yeah, that's disgusting what has happened here as we go into our next round. And Anton's up again. So all you have to do is declare I'm doing non-lethal damage, right?
All right. So I will. You know, I'm gonna actually use my sword. The book is just I don't want to, you know, besmirch by doing non-lethal, so I'm gonna hit him with my sword with the flat of the blade instead.
Yeah, the 24 will definitely hit. Flat of the blade coming out. Now, I've often thought that the flat of... man, could you imagine catching the flat of a sword blade swung like a baseball bat at the back of your head? Like, that's just... it's like 3.5 pounds, right? Yeah, no, critically wounding him. You ring his bell, all right? He stumbles certainly forward there. Now, I don't know... Are you pulling a boxing glove arrow out? What is this? I
Give
mean,
him
that's
an arrow to me.
Just
me?
wound and hit it. Go for his
Give him
leg
an
or
arrow to
something.
me.
Yeah, I was gonna try. I was actually pulling up
Arrow
the
in the
cold
knee.
shot mechanics. Is it my turn or is it Laszlo's?
It is your turn.
Your turn.
Okay. Yeah, so I was pulling up the called shot mechanics. My idea was going to be to like shoot him in the foot to maybe like anchor him to the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I don't know the call. Let's learn the call shot mechanics. It's come up a couple of times, and as you get better as an archer,
Yeah.
you're only gonna want to be doing cooler shit. So let's
if
lock
I
that
do,
down.
yeah. So if I do, I actually put it in one of the notes things that I've got in Fantasy
Mm-hmm.
Grounds. I've got the link in there. So to shoot him in, I guess it doesn't have the foot. It has the leg.
That's fine.
Yeah. So I'll shoot him in the leg. His AC is up +2.
Okay.
And then he gets a strength or dexterity target's choice save on it.
Okay, so you
yeah.
would just hit -2 then on yours to
Okay.
for your shot to compensate for the AC, and then it's a strength or dexterity save to avoid being pinned or drop a weapon, or
Yeah, so it says save strength or dexterity target's choice. I guess the effect of hitting him in the leg is a called shot to a leg halves the target creature's speed for 1d4 rounds if it has 2 or
okay.
fewer legs. So I think
tracks.
the save would prevent it from,
right.
I
Okay.
guess, having that.
What's the save's DC?
It
That is way
the
too
speed-
complicated for a called shot. Why would
That
it not
is,
just
yeah.
be like at a disadvantage? I don't know. I guess it does proc an effect. I get it. We're learning D&D together, audience, as you may well know.
It's kind of a. I don't think it's something that people. I've not seen people do called shots very often.
I haven't seen it a lot, honestly, either in D&D. Like, which is weird, because, like, you should be able to disarm with it and stuff like that. You would think a called shot to the hand, right? Like, there should be a mechanic for a skilled archer to Legolas his sword out of somebody's hand, right? Like, at any rate, the -2, it's gonna miss anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So I miss it, but an arrow right in the ground next to him, you know.
Right.
And I'm just like, stay where you are.
Bush! Right? Laszlo, you're up.
Well, I figure I'm calling for non-lethal. I'm going to shoot him, and I'm going to try to will the crossbow to summon a blunted magic bolt.
Yeah, of course. A non-lethal crossbow bolt. You know, like they just put a punching glove, a boxing glove on the end. That solves it. Has no aerodynamic
dang.
penalties. Well, apparently it does, because it's gonna whiff. 8
It's
plus
got
7
a
for a
higher
15 will not do her. Yeah, well, he's a hub.
Yep.
He's using imagination arrows
Yeah,
again.
he's using the imagination arrows again. Now, I do not think that Figgis
Pop.
can poison non-lethal, right? Like, that just doesn't, like...
I don't. Yeah, that would be strange.
I'm
Don't
like-
attack, I guess.
But it's Hobgoblin at any rate.
I was
Oh,
not finished.
go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
I tell Sergeant Pepper, go get at him. And I'm gonna have Sergeant Pepper hop down off the cliff, hop over to him, and give him two kicks. Do a kick to his chest. Non-lethal.
What's
that cool?
Pepper's movement? It's probably...
If he can't get
Fair.
there, he'll work his way there.
Well, let's see here. His movement, speed 40. Oh, yeah, he's well in. He's good. I just wanted to make sure they didn't slow for mechanical. Yeah.
Hops up, rears up on the back of his tail with a gear whirring sound, and crank, boosh. Kick him in the chest.
And yeah, both feet hit the chest.
Cool.
16 plus 6 for a 22. That'll do her. 1d8 plus 2 force damage because you're getting kicked by a mechanical rue. And yeah, that knocks him clean the fuck out. Takes it knocks the air out of his lungs. Sword clatters to the ground. He's
I'll catch
As,
him if I'm right behind him as he falls.
oh yeah. Oh, are you going to hump his leg too? Is that what's going on here? We're having a careless
Hey,
whisper.
hey.
Is that-
What happened back there stays. You know, we don't.
You just like smell his hair. You're like, but he's gonna fall back and goblinoid, right? And start to come to and look straight at you guys and go, next week Because it's that time, isn't it? Yeah, we're right there. But we have boy, now I'm not going to toot my own horn on like DM timing things, but I was like, I bet you that goblin ambush would lend itself very nicely to the remaining amount of time. And 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes. That's flawless. That is a just tour de force. But that is going to be our show this evening. First off, I'm going to roll this D4 to see who gets next week's story. Sans Bill Mary. It's going to be Seriel up next week in our number 2 slot. Before we go, yeah, it has been a minute from our Seriel tale. Rue, boy, why don't you tell us about Rook and Rasp, huh? Oh, maybe with less spooky music. Need something better. Yes, tell me about your show. Yeah.
So is what we've got going on. This is a busy month for us over at twitch.tv/Rook and Rasp. We do very similar things to here, just not as ours doesn't look quite as pretty. We let Will do the fancy stuff. But we've got, let's see, Monday night, we're actually starting a D&D 5e setting called X-Crawl. Which is where dungeon crawling is an extreme sport. It comes from Goodman Games. That's going to start an 11-week season on Monday night. Next Thursday, we have our 3rd episode of The Darkness of the Infinity, or The Darkness of Infinity, which is a Fragged Empire 2nd edition game that we've been running. People seem to be having a great time with it. Fragged Empire is kind of a post-apocalyptic sci-fi setting. Friday, we're playing Capers from Nerdburger Games as the first game to launch Nerdburger Con 2021 over on our channel. And then we have some other stuff going on, but I do want to push that first Saturday in November, I believe it's the 6th, we'll have Will guesting on our channel to run a one-shot of Deadlands for our Seriously Let's Play show. So we'd love it if you guys tuned in. We're having a lot of stuff going on over there right now. So you can always find us. It's a great... I'm excited to get it on the channel.
It's if you guys don't play Deadlands, check out Deadlands. In fact, check out Savage Worlds altogether. I know we play Dungeons and Dragons here, but coming Wednesdays we're gonna be playing Savage Worlds, and boy, it streams so nicely, and it's so easy to learn, and it's so dynamic and much pulpier, and the moments are... I mean, there were some big moments tonight, don't get me wrong. I was actually impressed. Like, D&D pulled out a couple of stops tonight. There was that... I mean, we had some fun. But Savage Worlds, the dice explode. So sometimes you're trying to do D4 damage to the big bad to save the day, and you end up doing 38 damage on a D4 because that D4 keeps rolling over and over again every time it rolls its maximum die value. It's exciting to see. But not that this wasn't exciting. And we're going to be doing this. We're going to be Curse of the Lore of Strahd. Seven Realms Tale is coming Tuesdays here again, 3 weeks. Deadlands will be coming Wednesday here in about 3 weeks. And, of course, we'll be back next week. And for the foreseeable, now we have had all of our vacations sorted here. And probably we're going to push through till the holidays, bringing you badass Friday night D&D until then. But that's all that is fit to dish, right? From the League of Raconteur Explorers to yourself, may your dice always roll hot. And per fabulum veritas. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.